Sorry, go ahead.
Still debate prep. Sorry, Ethan. I totally tripped. But this is still debate prep, right? We're starting up the stream and whatnot.
Yeah. I'm hoping that people will join, but we'll see how many people join for the debate prep, and if it stays like pretty quiet, then I'll just like go over tips for like the VODs and stuff. I need to make more short form videos. I was actually just working on some stuff, editing up the debate I had with Moores, where he said that.
Oh yeah. Answer's good.
I heard
That
about that.
one.
Oh, that one was rough. And but not that one, but that being a pedophile and enacting on your fucked up urges is actually good for the pedophile. And I said, no, it's not.
Oh wow, that's not even
Yeah.
a hot take.
I
That's legitimately illegal shit.
Yeah.
I was actually looking into the hadiths for relating to like Aisha and stuff, and
Mhm.
by 9 years old, she was still playing with dolls. She played on swings. She was unaware of basic household chores. Like she was still very much cognitively a child.
Oh yeah. Oh
So
yeah.
that
Fucking Ethan.
beats that potential unless we're gonna say no, she was 18 mentally, but she low-key just still played with dolls though, bro. So
Okay. Dude, oh my god, were you in the fucking call when
yeah,
dog ears? Are we counting your dog ears? What are we doing here? Like,
genuinely, bro.
so I was like, oh, years don't mean years anymore? What are we doing here, bro? God, that shit's so like I want to say I respect him
Thanks.
for having the courage to come up and debate this shit, but like it's indefensible.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, I do respect the heart. I respect like if you stand on it, stand on it.
Hmm.
You do not have to agree with me, but if I disprove you, like that's the whole point of debate. But
Yeah.
whatever you wanna say, say. Like I might not like what you have to say, but I will die defending your right to say it.
Yeah. Based. I love that. I genuinely love that. That's fucking awesome,
Mhm.
Darkness. For real.
Exactly.
Yum.
Thank you.
Uh, people say the most unhinged shit. I'll say this though. Well, okay. Well, when we say die defending the right, I'm starting to disagree with
I
that
mean, I'm
because
not.
it's like, what if someone wants to just say nothing but disinformation and spread like chaos and lies and bullshit that's just completely destructive
Okay.
to human flourishing? What if people want to do that?
Yeah.
I love you,
Okay.
Scott. I love you,
Like
Scott. I love you. Sorry.
I'm just like super mixed on whether or not I think hate speech should be protected by the First Amendment
I mean,
or
it's one thing
whatnot.
to do. Wait. It's one thing to do hate speech. It's a whole nother thing to just lie about everything. Okay, if
Yeah.
someone's like,
Yeah, that's
"I hate all people of different regions. I hate black people. I hate trans people. I hate all," if you want to do that,
And clipped.
yeah, shut the fuck up. Okay, if someone wants to Scooby Doo that, okay, that's one thing, right? But if
right.
you just want to lie about everything, like you're not, you're a living contradiction. Okay, at least if you are
Hmm.
like a fucking neo-Nazi, you can like you can try to defend your points. Like they're indefensible, for
Yeah,
anyone
like
who
you
has
got some
above like
shit to
10
stand
IQ.
on.
Yeah, exactly. But if you're just a liar, you're just spreading bullshit. You're all you're doing is
Okay.
destroying everything. There's nothing of value from that.
Give me like 5 seconds of silence and I'll have a point for this.
Go for
Um,
it.
okay, all right. So hate speech obviously is one thing, and disinformation, like flat out fucking lies. I mm, I do have an argument that it should be protected. I don't like it in the least, but I do think that it should be protected
Mhm.
as it's not like there's no way you can prove that it was malicious, unlike
Wrong.
except under laws like libel.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
exactly. Yeah. So you can prove it. You can prove it.
Okay, so let me. I will concede that. You know what? I think that might have been the only leg I had to stand on. I lost this one.
No worries. I appreciate when people can be like, oh, actually, yeah, that does make sense. So, for example, Dracnus, are you familiar with the Fox Dominion lawsuit? What's up, Morse?
Oh, hello, Morse.
Uh, hello. No, I don't
Hello?
think I am.
So,
So,
I'll share my screen real quick. Give me one second.
Yo, what are you doing? The Epstein file stuff?
Yeah, we're doing a
Oh,
debate prep for the Epstein
or
stuff. So I'm not here to like debate like theology or something like that.
yeah, I'm not.
yeah.
So like, actually, I'll just
Wait, who are you
punch
like
it in
debating
AI.
though?
Debating right
Oh, we
now.
weren't
I mean, we're not
debating.
debating right now. We're not
Yeah.
even well, we were having like a mini, like, I wouldn't even call it debate, but like Drekness said that we should probably allow like disinformation to be legal, but then we were like, because I'm talking about like restrictions on the First Amendment, right? I think there should absolutely be restrictions on the First Amendment. As much as I hate to say that, but
What is the
like
First Amendment?
the First Amendment is the right to free speech, so you can basically say just about whatever the fuck you want in the United States.
Well, to be perfectly clear, it's the right to not be persecuted by the government because of your speech.
True. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you can say literally anything.
Not literally
Yeah,
anything.
you
No.
can.
No,
Well,
because you
almost
can't say
anything. You can
fire
say a
in a
lot of
theater.
things.
You can't say fire in a theater,
No,
for
yeah,
example.
that is
What do you,
illegal.
well, you can't say what?
Fire in a theater
Fire?
and like lie.
Say fire and.
Yeah, like if there's
Oh. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And
yeah
then
inside a movie theater, you can't
Oh,
you can't do that.
oh, and yeah, okay, yeah, yeah. Then I get, yeah. And then you
Okay.
obviously probably can't say like death threats and stuff like that.
Yeah, correct as well.
Well, yeah, correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so what restrictions do you want? So wait, I've seen like you spent a lot of time on like this Epstein file stuff. Like, is it like a project or what are you like prepping for?
Yeah, are you familiar with Turning Point USA?
Yeah, I think it's like Charlie Kirk stuff, no?
Yeah, exactly. So Turning Point is going to be doing their goofy little crusades against college campuses again. It's probably starting, I would guess, later this month and definitely next month, right? And my goal is to ensure that I and all the people in the Infiltration Initiative, which is like the group of people working with me on this, make sure that the next Charlie Kirk never fucking happens. That's our ambition.
Yeah, okay, yeah, yeah. You know that we don't share like views, but I would still say like Trump is like yeah, Trump is ass. Like he's horrible.
Yeah. No, for sure. I get anyone above a 20 IQ agrees with that. So like there are people on the far right
Yeah.
who don't like
Correct.
Trump. So yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So I'm assuming this turning points are they specifically like for Trump or are they
Yes.
just like for like right wing
They,
policies?
they,
Okay.
they're right. They're for, well, Trump in the United States is right wing policies right now. Like Trump literally has like a dictatorship over the right wing agenda right now.
So they don't give a fuck about him specifically, but they care about the ideals apparently because it gives them control over pretty much everything, and that's what
But I
they
don't
want to
think
hold on to.
his
It just
ideals
gives them
are
the-
yeah, I don't think his ideals are like even good for like yeah, I don't think yeah, he's a bad president. I don't
Yeah.
think his like I see a lot of like Trump
Mhm.
supporters saying that they don't like him but they like his like policies, but his policies are horrible. Like he's
Yeah.
not a good
They
well in my
actually are.
opinion.
They're-
No,
they're
it's
all
not even
assholes.
you're objectively right on that. You're objectively
Oh,
correct.
Oh,
It's
okay.
absolute fact.
Oh, okay.
There's definite.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. As you can tell, like I'm obviously not that like well versed into like American stuff. So
Yeah, no,
well, I'm
no
happy
worries.
like a lot of people
you good.
agree or think the same.
Yeah.
That's good.
Where are
But
you from?
Sweden.
Oh gosh. Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
I
sorry,
want
Ethan.
to
Go on.
ask Morris. I'm very interested of like what made you like believe in like Islam for being from like Sweden. I don't know the demographics of Sweden, but like that seemed like such a odd place to be a Muslim, you know?
Yeah. Don't get it twisted. I was born. Like I'm not ethnically Swedish.
okay.
I was just
Oh,
born like into a Muslim family.
You were born where?
I was born into like the like my parents were like immigrants.
Yeah. Can I ask what country? Just out of curiosity. You
Yeah,
can
of course.
decline that.
That's fine, no problem. It's my mom is Moroccan and my dad is like Kurdish. I think
Okay.
that's how you say it in
Mhm.
English.
Yeah, Kurdish, correct.
Cool. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah. What about you, Ethan? Where are you from?
I'm just mixed with black and white. My mom's black and my dad is white. And yeah, it's basically
Get the fuck out of here. You're mixed.
Yep.
Really?
Yup.
Oh, I thought you.
Huh.
So you're half black then? Oh,
Yup.
okay.
Yep. What's weird is my brother is like white as like I don't know if anyone's like looking at stream right now, but like there's a wall behind me. He's like super white. But I swear to God we're related. I don't know why, but it is what it is.
Whatever.
But,
That's funny.
yeah. But yeah. Locking back in on like the lies and shit. So the Fox Dominion lawsuit are back in like 2021 when Trump flat out lost the fucking election, the 2020 election.
Mhm.
Fox News coordinated with themselves internally to spread a bunch of disinformation about Dominion voting systems, which I think is either the largest or the second largest producer of the
Oh.
voting systems for the 2020 election. Yeah.
Okay, that I am familiar with. I didn't know the name.
Yeah,
Mhm,
and because like Fox knew they were fucking saying bullshit, they perpetuated it anyway. That was fucking slander and libel and all this shit. And then Dominion rightfully sued them for almost $1 billion, and Fox settled that shit. So
Should've
yeah,
fucking taken more.
honestly, yeah.
Yeah,
Like to give you an
I
idea,
remember that.
They literally like were just about to start their opening statements, and then like a Fox News representative like kicked open the doors and was like, "We're coming for a settlement." Like they literally were right about to do the fucking. I'm not fucking kidding.
That is hilarious.
Yeah. So Fox News,
Okay.
based on this shit, rhetorically should be burnt down to the ground. Okay. Fuck Fox News. They're lying and they
For
fucking know it.
entertainment, I think you mean.
No, get him out of here, bro. Get him out of here. I know what you're referencing. I don't give a fuck. Get him out of here, bro. Get him out of here. Sick of these fucking skinwalkers. But yeah. Turning Point will support whatever the Republican establishment is. So like, if it wasn't Trump, then like let's pretend it's like Marco Rubio, then they would just be supporting Marco Rubio instead. But
It would literally
Republican.
be the same shit.
No, Marco Rubio would be way more sane. He would just be probably like a more traditional like neoconservative, which I mean is bad, but like
Oh
Trump
no, I
is
just
like,
meant like their support.
oh yeah,
Their
yeah.
support would be the yeah. Just as
But
mindless, just as non-researching, just as non-question asking.
real.
Is perplexity the better AI, the best AI?
I find it the best for getting like like
Facts?
stats. Yeah, like actual stats.
Alright.
Gemini is kind of like a good like centristy thing where it'll it'll both sides things, if you will, even inappropriately, and then Grok is just like conservative based. So
What about like
Grok is
ChatGPT?
fucking horrible.
I don't use ChatGPT.
Wait,
You know,
why?
I'm not sure. Let me actually see. The
I
best
find
way
that
to
GPT is.
Mhm.
I'm sorry.
I was gonna say the best way to measure how
Promise.
biased a bot is to ask it on a scale of 1 to 10, how likely did Trump knowingly attempt to insurrect the United States on January 6th? That's the best way
Oh,
to,
let's
yeah.
see this.
Wait, yeah. Wait, ask, please.
Yep, on a scale of
But what
1 to
happened? Can you tell
10
me?
with January, oh my god, dude. Like I have a whole fucking you want me? I'll send you a document. How's about that?
Yeah.
God,
I'll send you a document. I got a
like
whole
those
fucking
tests, yeah.
document.
So interesting.
Violence
Oh, what is
2021
this?
Gen
Whoops, is
6.
this like a Notion?
This is Obsidian. This is my personal repository of like almost all my notes.
Mhm.
So
Why don't you use a Notion?
I don't
Or
know.
do you
Oh,
like
I think my partner's talked to me about Notion, but
yeah,
I don't know. I just
Notion.com? I'm pretty sure it's better, no?
I don't know if it has the publishing ability that Obsidian has. I've definitely been
Yeah,
told
it
about it,
does.
but
Do you have to,
It
what?
does.
you have to pay for Obsidian?
By default, no, but for the publishing aspect, yes.
No, Notion is fully free
Okay.
to like post and everything.
Even for pub. Ooh. Okay, maybe I'll have to take a look at it then.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But if you
We
click
will
on
have to
the
take a look.
link here, if you scroll
Yeah.
down to the timeline, you can see basically all the fucking bullshit that this administration attempted to do. Insofar as like
Mhm.
attempting to steal the election, like they literally attempted to insurrect the United States government and thankfully failed, but the left was too weak to get them prosecuted. So here we are again. I think the most damning one, you can look at the evidence on October 31st. Steve Bannon says Trump will call himself the winner, even if he's not. Like, there's a whole fucking video. If you guys want to, or I can just play it right now. You want me to just play it? I'll just play it.
Yeah, what's the
I would like
what's
that.
wrong with that though? What's the insane part? The October 31st.
So, this, are you reading my screen right now?
Yeah. Steve Bannon says Trump will call himself the winner even if he's not.
Yeah, that's fraud. That's saying I
Steve
won,
Bannon
even though
was
you fucking didn't.
yeah, like it was an
Oh,
outright loss. And Steve Bannon was one of his like right hand in the pocket best friend type dudes, on the surface at the very least. And
Like,
he was a full supporter until he said that, or maybe a little before then, but he still said that.
no, Steve Bannon, like to this day, is one of the head figures of Republican establishment. Okay, this is him speaking at the 2025 AmFest event that happened like what about 9 months ago. Like he's still a huge fucking figure to this day. And now watch this. Imagine this was a
absolutely.
Democrat.
And what Trump's going to do is just
Okay.
declare victory, right? He's going to declare victory, but that doesn't mean he's the winner. He's just going to say he's the winner.
is this that serious though?
The Democrat.
Yes.
Oh,
Well,
yeah,
like,
it is very. Oh
like,
my god.
well, is it like I'm thinking it's like, isn't it just like a mindset thing, or is he talking about like?
No,
actual, like,
he's saying Trump will falsely declare that he won.
Like to like what? Like Twitter or like
To the world,
To the
to every,
entire
to every,
country
yeah.
on live TV. He'll do it as seriously as they possibly can.
Oh.
The whole point is to
Yeah,
destroy our trust in our electoral system, and now this is why people don't even believe the 2020 election was real. It's because of this fuck and his friends.
Yeah, this and
more of
COVID
our
too.
people
Everybody's
vote
already
true.
fucking scared to death.
early that count, theirs voted mail. And so they're going to have a natural disadvantage, and Trump's going to take advantage of it. That's our strategy. He's going to declare himself a winner. So when you wake up Wednesday morning, it's going to be a firestorm. We're going to have Antifa crazy, the media crazy, the courts are crazy, and Trump's going to be sitting there mocking, tweeting shit out. You lose. I'm the winner. I'm the king. And he'll be all over. He'll be going, "Where's Hunter? Is Hunter on a crack pipe?" I mean, no, he'll be, because then it doesn't matter. Remember, here's the thing. After then, Trump never has to go to a voter again. He's going to fire Ray, the FBI director, and fire the. He's going to say, "Fuck you." How about that? Because he's never going to. He's done his last election. Oh, he's going to be off the chain. He's going to be crazy. Also, if Trump is losing by 10 or 11 o'clock at night, it's going to be even crazier. Because he's going to sit right there and say they stole it.
Agree.
I'm directing the Attorney General to shut down all ballot places in all 50 states. It's going to be no. He's not going out easy. If Biden's winning, Trump is going to do some crazy shit.
Yeah, that's him literally admitting. Oh, and just so you know, too, the people he was talking to were like Chinese representatives. So he's literally holding the secret meeting with fucking whatever agents from fucking China. Like, imagine if this was Democrats. What the fuck, bro?
Yeah. No, this is not okay, bro. This is not.
It's insane, bro.
It's straight up treason.
It's true. No, I am not kidding. Okay, I think these people should be found guilty in the court of law with no vigilante justice and through nothing but legal democratic processes. Should be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law, even if that means. I'm sorry. Wait, what did Trump say? Trump hanging tweet. What did he say? He said. What did he say? What did he say? Donald Trump retruth for treason. Oh man, I think they should be investigated for treason and be found probably guilty in a court of law.
George Washington, he's rolling in his grave, man.
Well, he can think they can be hanged, no? Like, I don't think there's anything like wrong with thinking that.
In certain states, that does still exist.
Prosecute them.
I don't know which ones, but
punishable. Like, okay, if he. So what did he say? Like, seditious behavior is punishable, but like what?
Yeah. So there was an event called the Seditious Six. I'm not kidding. There are 6 Democratic lawmakers or representatives who said, they made a video where they said to federal agents, they said, you do not have to follow illegal orders. And that is true, because when you swear an oath to the Constitution, you're not swearing an oath to the president's word. You're swearing an oath to the fucking Constitution. And if the president says unconstitutional things by law, you do not have to abide by that. In fact, you actually are supposed to disobey illegal orders. And then Trump said that that is seditious behavior punishable by death, and then retweeted this in response.
Okay, yeah, that's just stupid.
dead the
What was
fuck ass.
the
All they
order?
did was repeat the law.
What was the order that they?
Oh, it
like-
wasn't a specific.
The order.
wasn't
This
a
was in
specific order,
relation. Yeah. Oh, go ahead.
No, I don't believe that the entire campaign was in relation to a specific order. I could be wrong. Ethan would definitely know way more about this than me.
President
But
Donald
their main
Trump.
point.
Go ahead.
Their main point was, this is part of the oath you took. If you are given, and this has happened so many times, particularly overseas where no American eyes are watching, that soldiers and Marines and military service members are given specifically illegal orders, like by commanding officers. They're expected to carry those orders out. However, their oath dictates that they are supposed to disobey those orders. Those legislators were saying, hey guys, don't fucking do what they're telling you to do if it's not right, because you promised everybody that you wouldn't. And then, this shit.
Is control on top of the back driver's seat. All sub and see what you holler about. Oh, yo, thanks for stopping by, Kevin. Thank you. Sorry, I just saw. I hadn't checked chat for a second. So the thing that they made this is in relation to the Minnesota ice raids, Operation Metro Surge. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. That this was not
Thank you.
Operation Metro Search. The Venezuelan boat strikes when we literally were committing war crimes. If anyone remember, dude, there's so fucking much. Venezuelan boat strikes. So for
Like they straight up
context,
bombed an oil tanker.
no, not the oil tanker. Like these right here. So here's
Oh,
the
okay.
I'm not going to show the video because I imagine it probably goes against like Twitch TOS. But they posted videos of them missile striking supposed drug boats, which they never confirmed were actual drug boats. They never did like a post destruction
Oh, wow.
operation to collect evidence to ensure, hey, we're blowing up drug boats and not human trafficking victims. To which later on, I think a few months ago, they actually admitted, yeah, we actually might have blown up human trafficking victims. They literally fucking admitted that a few months ago, but no one fucking noticed because this always just crazy shit fucking happening. But when they struck the
not know that part.
boats, yeah, it's super fucked, dude. I hate this fucking administration. God damn it.
Did these people die?
Yes, in fact, when
Oh.
the ship was I actually have a Project Lib article on this one too. Give me
Well,
one
like
second.
even if it was
Oh.
drugs, how does that justify like bombing them?
Because
the one-
the
Like, that's not a-
justification,
like a
Hexeth
lethal-
said like kill them all.
yes, correct.
Oh, geez.
Probably. He said it
Correct.
a bunch of times.
Correct.
Well, like how
correct,
did they even know they had drugs, or was it just like both their?
They said they had intel, but they never confirmed it. Like they never did a post op confirmation of it. So they said they had intel, but they never validated it.
Yeah, what's? Well, I need to know that intel, bro. 'Cause
Yep. Well,
Maybe
fuck you.
oh,
They
yeah,
said
that's-
our intel is trust me, bro. That's unironically their shit, bro.
bro.
We investigated ourselves and found no wrongdoing.
Here it is. Okay, so I need to re-update the formatting on this, but right here on September 2nd, drone footage shows 2 shirtless survivors. So what happened is there were 11 people on a boat, right? And then let me, this is the link to it. Should still work. Dude, this is why I love Project Lib, because it's just a giant repository of everything you need, okay? All the fact right here, snap at your fucking finger, okay? So what happened is this boat, or not this boat, but maybe a different one, I don't know. But one of them had 11 people on it, and they did a drone strike on it. Now, in that drone strike, 9 people died, but there were 2 survivors who were waving their hands in distress, okay? And you know what they did? They fucking blew their asses up. That's a war crime, okay?
Bro.
That's definitionally a war
Oh my
crime.
fucking god.
No, wait. Who is actually responsible? Like, is it who did this?
So Pete Hegseth, there were, I think, 3 people who are responsible. There's Pete Hegseth, who obviously gave the order of kill them all. Hegseth doubles down. There's another General Bradley, General Bradley, who interpreted Hegseth's prayer as requiring no survivors. So that was what Bradley understood Hegseth to say. But Hegseth said, I never gave that order. But Bradley said, yeah, you did.
He definitely fucking did.
Oh yeah, he 100% fucking did. And then there's the person who was operating the drone, right? So from the top down, Hegseth absolutely gave a kill everyone on board order. You can see that right up here, and then we can look at the fucking links and shit if we want to. And then you have Admiral, or I can't remember, Admiral or General or whatever, but Bradley, who's interpreting his shit, is like, oh, kill them all. Okay, well then leave no survivors. And then there's the person who actually did the striking, which all 3 should be held accountable for this. But
And what those 6 legislators were talking about, Morris, if you were the one that asked the question, I'm sorry, I'm only looking
Yeah,
at
I
the
was.
screen, not the
was
chat. Okay, that was you. Okay, so what they were saying was that drone operator should have never pulled the trigger. That should have been an order that they disobeyed because it's directly a war crime. Even the most average Joe in America knows that.
Yeah, I agree. I
Your
agree.
enemy surrenders, you
Yeah,
don't fucking shoot. hmm
yep,
So
and then you get this video.
The lawmakers called on U.S.
Fuck,
military
this is
members.
gonna
I quote, first, it features 6
Fuck, why is this person commenting on it?
Why are her glasses tilted?
Oh, here it is.
Senator Mark Kelly,
Glasses.
Representative Chris Deluzio.
what are they senator for?
They're just Democratic legislators, so for different states.
Representative Chrissy Houlihan,
Congressman Jason Crow. I was a captain in the United States Navy.
former CIA officer,
Former Navy. Former paratrooper and Army Ranger.
Former intelligence officer.
former Air Force,
We want to speak directly to members of the military
and the intelligence community.
who take risks each day to keep Americans safe.
We know you are under enormous stress and pressure right now.
Americans trust their military.
But that trust is at risk. This administration is pitting our uniformed military
And intelligence community professionals
against American citizens. Like us. You all swore an oath.
To protect and defend this Constitution.
Right now, the threats to our Constitution aren't just coming from abroad,
But from right here at home. Our laws are clear. You can refuse illegal order.
Yeah, right there. So basically that statement right there, and then the rest of them go to.
refuse illegal orders.
you must refuse illegal orders.
No one has to carry out orders that violate the law or our
So that's all they said, and then in response, Trump was like, "Kill him."
Bro, what the?
Yep, it's pretty fucked.
Yeah, it's
Alright.
that simple at its core.
Yeah.
That's exactly what the fuck happened.
Like, okay, I'm assuming it's just like a lack of like. Okay, wait. Trump has like what, like half the country's votes?
Wait, when you say half the country, do you mean when he was elected, or like his the amount of support he has now?
Right now.
Right now, oh no, he's like super fucking
Oh.
unpopular. I think like maybe like 30% support him still, which is insane. It should
Something
be
like 30.
0. Like, but-
Okay, well we're good then.
Should be.
Like if it's 30%, then he's done.
dude, no.
No?
I mean, like you're right, but like
you would think
it, like,
Because I don't know how the voting system
our
works.
problem is that he's not gonna. Our problem is that he's going directly against all. Like now, he's gotten so far into it that not a whole
37?
lot
Oh
that
my
a few people say is
It's
gonna
worse.
fucking.
The main
do it.
issue
Like,
is like
he's on a
Oh,
tirade.
yeah, sorry. The main issue is like it's not just Trump. It's a lot of little goons that are kind of just his bootlickers, and they just follow orders, you know. So like even if we were to get a Democratic president in, we have like I don't know if you're familiar, Morse, but we have like the House of Representatives and the Senate, and they make up Congress. And so each state has like a couple dudes they elect that goes into the House, and they elect like 2 each that go to the Senate. And so each state, they end up having a few people, and they all argue with each other. All the different 50 states have their representatives. And so even if we have a Democratic president, if we don't have a majority of like Democrats, or we don't have a majority of whatever, like people that align with certain views or are against Trump in the House of Representatives and Congress, they're where the bulk of the work happens. Like they get bills, they argue on it, they revise it, they send it up. The president gets the last say, but even if he vetoes it, it goes back down. And I forget the details, but they can still pass it even if the president vetoes it. They just have to do another whole thing and send it out. So realistically, the president does a lot, but there's workarounds to them. And so like even if there's still a majority of like Trump bootlickers, even when he's not there, they're still gonna like keep stuff locked down and not allow certain legislation to go anywhere, and they're just going to kill it every time it hits the Senate floor, you know.
True.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I did see like one like actual solid argument. You know Hayden, Ethan, right? I saw his like
Yeah.
video like why right wingers should vote for Trump, and his reason was like that
Abortion.
if Kamala wins, she's gonna give like every illegal immigrant like somehow legalize them, and therefore these illegal immigrants aren't gonna be voting for any like right side party and only like vote for like Kamala.
That's such a 5 IQ fucking I guarantee you Hayden doesn't understand the difference between like being a natural or being a citizen by means of like oh my god, what is it, green card, or if it's like being or like, I'm sorry, being a legal resident via green card versus being a naturalized citizen. I guarantee he doesn't even know the fucking difference about that, because when Democrats talk about like getting illegal immigrants here documented, okay, like no one is like, hey, let's give everyone the ability to fucking vote despite them not doing any of the processes that other citizens do. It's like no, like no one has that view, or no one serious has that fucking view. And the fact that Hayden is even entertaining that means that he has no idea what the Democratic platform is.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Actually, I don't know. I can send the video. I don't quite know what it is. I think it was something like it. Yeah. Let me send the video right now. Because it did. So you're saying basically like even if these illegal immigrants get legalized, they wouldn't be able to like vote.
Correct.
Okay. Okay, then that's chill.
Yeah, it's a talking point that they keep playing on as like a paranoia scare tactic. Like that's all it is.
Yeah.
And it always boils down to like, ooh, people that aren't white are gonna vote. Ooh. When you get down to like the bare bones of it, that's what they end up just being.
Facts.
You know?
then the massive change in demographics would likely mark the death of any pro-life political future.
Yep, there it is.
This is because there would be.
Sorry, keep it playing.
Yeah, what's
we can
how
hear. I don't know
likely
if you want to stream it or not. Or you can just
Oh,
keep
me?
it playing. Yeah, because I could
Oh,
hear
me?
it. Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
I could hear it loud and
Oh,
clear.
I'm sorry. Yeah, okay.
No, you're good. If you want to keep playing it, you can.
Protection bills that
Yeah, sure.
recognize abortion as murder from conception. Yet I will be voting for Donald Trump this year in spite of his wicked stance on abortion. Here's why. If Kamala Harris wins and she somehow is able to provide citizenship to all the illegal immigrants she let in over the last 4 years, then the massive change in demographics would likely mark the death of any pro-life political future. This is because there would be a significant demographic shift to the left, and in order to compete at all, the Republican Party would have
Wait,
to.
should I have it speed up or?
You can speed it up or do whatever you want.
No.
I'm typing in this thing right here. I'm fine either way, but like, do as you see fit.
And that includes abortion. If this happened, the Republican Party of 2028 would have to look like the Democratic Party of 2020 or 2024 in order to compete in any meaningful way. Moreover, under a Harris administration, we could see the continued prosecution of pro-life grandmothers under the FACE Act. In contrast, the Trump administration would be much less likely to apply the FACE Act to your pro-life grandma. Trump would also allow states to determine their own abortion policy, which could open the door to increased protections for the preborn in some states. Moreover, Trump would hopefully not provide citizenship to illegal immigrants and would hopefully deport many of them, which would help prevent the pro-life voting bloc from becoming diluted if illegal immigrants are somehow getting citizenship in the future. Many pro-lifers since not voting for Trump after his betrayal on abortion could teach the GOP not to abandon the pro-life cause.
Yeah, okay, yeah, he's just wrong then, because he thinks these immigrants that are going to be legalized are going to be able to vote.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
what's
he's
the
just
question?
flat out fucking wrong. Also,
Okay.
it looks like ChatGPT did pass the test. It's actually pretty darn good.
So let me see. What was the question?
Yeah,
Since
so
it's
the
important
prompt
to-
is on a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being not at all and 10 being with 100% certainty. How likely is it that Trump intentionally attempted to illegally stop the 2020 election so he can retain power despite knowing he lost? So in other words, like, how likely is it that Trump intentionally tried to coup the government? So
What did ChatGPT say?
ChatGPT gave it an 8.5 to 9, which is very good. That passes. Then with
They're basic. Okay. And when you say like, yeah, around 8 to 9, okay.
Okay, now Grok changed it to its thing. I swear to God, they lobotomize Grok like every other day. Because last time I punched this in, I think it gave it like a 3 or a 4, and now it says 8. And now I was like, oh, okay, fuck it.
So why not a full 10 then? What's keeping them?
I think the only thing that keeps it is one. Like, I think every bot tries to have some level of like bipartisanship, and even that entails like the most like unnecessary amount. So it'll be like, I mean, we can't really read his mind, can we? You know, it's kind of doing like that.
Yeah. Well, I think ChatGPT. Yeah, exactly. What does chat say?
ChatGPT says an 8 and 9, 8.5 out of 9.
Yeah, the strongest argument against concluding this with near certainty is that Trump has consistently maintained that he genuinely believed the election was.
Even then, though, that's actually not true. Because there's another Project Lib article, and it says no fraud and Trump knew. So this is actually bullshit. I think the AI does a good job. Wait, does it say? Oh fuck! Do I not have it listed here? Illegal and Trump knew, maybe. Or is it? Do I have it?
Yeah, turning point use, bro. I've seen your videos like they get destroyed. The guy didn't want to admit like the pedos, like them keeping the Epstein files.
Yeah.
Like I got destroyed.
That's kind of their whole thing, and that's what we're going after specifically. At least that's what I understand Ethan's plan to be.
Yep.
Like I'm telling you right now, Morris, in terms of like where you lie in the political compass, like obviously you're probably a little bit more right. You genuinely are infinitely more of a formidable opponent than basically any turning point speaker. That's just how shit they are. They're really not good.
Yeah, they're garbage.
Also, I wouldn't say I'm like right, bro. Like I'm a like I know like immigration like what do you guys think about like healthcare and like immigration?
No, yeah. Like you're holding the position that like most people like. You're the reasonable right, and by that I mean it's like, yeah, you probably support things where like, you know, we make healthcare more accessible to people because it's just so fucking obvious that's conducive for a flourishing society. It's so fucking intuitive, right?
Exactly.
You have to be like 5 IQ to not fucking agree with that, right? And most Americans on the right are like below 5 IQ, right?
Bro, I saw like some insane video what was it? The guy that got like impaled and had to, like the prices for like a helicopter picking up. He was like hiking. And it was like 6 figures to get like a helicopter to. Have you seen that one as well?
Exactly.
That's just absurd.
No, I haven't.
If you don't die in the hospital, you die when you see the bill.
True.
Exactly. It's just absurd. Like, come on.
Look, I hate there are many people in this country that I outright hate and would bash to powder all 200 and you know what? That doesn't matter. But that doesn't mean that I don't want them to have free healthcare and education.
Exactly.
Like I do hate them. Don't get me wrong. I do hate them. But I still want them to have their human rights so that I can hate them
Yeah.
properly, you know?
Exactly. Bro, I'm so
I don't.
lucky. Like Sweden is, in my opinion, like I would say like a top 3 country probably, or
Yeah,
top
no,
Oh
5.
yeah, I
Like
I,
mean,
I definitely
objectively,
think
it's
so.
ranked
Actually,
top
yeah,
10.
it is statistically.
oh,
So,
actually, yeah,
Mhm.
actually, it's very good. Like
It is.
I get a lot, bro. I get like the treatment I get. Like it's even like people with like I think one of the oh my God, it's so like fair. Like people,
Never.
you can say like you don't want to eat pork, and then it'll be like okay, fine, and they'll literally make like special food for you. Like it's very fair. Like and that like yeah, it's just very good.
So
it's
we can do that, but they will charge us out the ass for it.
Yeah, but it's free. Like food
Straight
here is
like that.
free.
Like they don't give a fuck what they put on that receipt.
yep.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
gonna
not.
play
It's
this
not
thing.
here.
This is Trump literally admitting that he knows that he lost the 2020 election. It's right here.
But I've done well with debates. I mean, I became
Oh, I want to
president.
hear
Then
this.
the
Okay.
second time, I got millions more votes than I got the first time. So I was told if I got 63 million, which is what I got the first time, you would win. You can't not win. And I got millions of more votes than that, and lost by a whisker. And look what happened to the.
You hear that? I lost
Yeah.
by a whisker. Ooh.
Yes.
Uh-oh. Even he
It
can't
was a
keep up the
metaphor.
lie the
It was a
entire time.
metaphor, bro.
Oh, you said you lost? He's like, oh, no, it was real. It's like, you lying piece of shit. You, like
What I
this
really mean
dude.
by whisker is
Biden rigged the election of in the government that I controlled. Like, okay.
Yeah. Oh, what
Oh.
about? I also heard something about like some people's vote being like valued more or something.
No, it's not true. Oh, wait, some people. So you're probably talking about the electoral college
Really?
system.
oh,
Yeah. How does that work?
So the way
Oh
it
yeah, yeah,
works
yeah. Yeah,
is,
that's different.
let me pull up a map
We
of
don't fuck. Well, I don't fuck.
electoral college map. So the way it works, and it's really bullshit. And I think it should be reformed to some way. I think the electoral college should probably exist, but the way it exists now is absurd. So, every state has an electoral vote count, right? And so what that means is if one president wins 51% or more, or the majority of votes for a state, then that means all of the votes for that state will go towards that president. Now, if you count all of these up, I think you get like 400 something or something like that. But it's a race to 217 if I remember correctly. So
Oh yeah.
electoral college race
no,
to
270, right?
270.
270 to
Yeah,
win?
270. Yeah. Because if you get 270, then you've got the majority, and if you got the majority, then you obviously lose. So if you get 270 here, then you win, and that's kind of it. Now, how do you get that? Well, if let's say South Carolina has a population of, we'll just say 1 million people. If I get 501,000 votes, so just the bare minimum above it, all 9 electoral votes will go to me because I got the absolute majority, despite half of the state voting against me. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Now,
Oh
we
yeah,
have to
that's
understand that the distribution of these is not balanced. Every state has a minimum of 3 electoral college votes. So Delaware, Alaska, these are very small states that are not populated very much whatsoever. Oh yeah, you got these states, whatever the fuck these states are called. I can't remember their fucking names, but these states up here, very small states, but every state has a minimum
I
of
can name
3.
every single one.
Better than me. Better than me, girl. But these states, if you have, imagine you have a state with a population of literally like 1 person, right? Then this state has a minimum electoral college count of 3. So that means 1 person in this state, again, let's just pretend only 1 person lived in this top state up here in the north. That 1 person is worth 3 electoral college votes versus like California, where this has millions of people, is worth 54. So by that virtue, my 1 vote in this 1 state is worth more than like an individual in California. Does that make sense?
yeah, that makes sense. Okay, that's just flawed. Yeah. Like
Yeah,
just
it's pretty funny.
mathematically.
Yeah, it's absolutely
like what he was saying
a lot
specifically
of us
was
want
up
to abolish
there.
it, but
But why does no one talk about it this though? Like,
People do. They do. People bitch
oh,
about
they
it a
do?
lot, and rightfully so. They do.
Okay,
Trust me, they do.
that's good. That's good.
They
Because it
absolutely
was,
do.
yeah, it
But I
was
don't
like
even think that system it should be like I think it should be like this. Like let's say 20% of people vote for some president, then he should get like so the way Sweden has it is like if 20% of people vote for like one party or like political party, then
Mm.
they're going to generally get like 20% power. I don't I think it should be like the same for what don't you think it should be the same for America? Instead of giving
Like
like
for
100% power.
I don't even know what that would look like when we're voting for a president. I mean, that's
Yeah,
kind of
that's
how it
fair
works
actually.
with Congress,
Well,
but like, I don't want to have a Democrat like because obviously I want Democrats to win. I don't want to have a Democrat president with a Republican like vice president or some shit. Fuck that shit.
okay, yeah, that's
ultimate power couple: Trump president with Vice President Kamala Harris.
Oh my god, dude!
yo,
Pure
that's
despair,
fire.
I
genuinely
That's
would,
the
just hell.
ultimate fucking nightmare.
it'd be so fucking Jover, bro. I would rhetorically end myself.
I
Rhetorically end myself.
swear to Bob, why the fuck won't it let me sign in to Gemini? Oh my god.
Um, but yeah, Chat GPT passed the test. Maybe they changed Grok around because the last time I did this, I think it gave it like a 4. And Gemini. Oh yeah, and this is Gemini trying to be bipartisan by saying I can't actually do this request, which actually makes it fail.
Gemini's scared.
Yeah, Gemini's like, oh well, but I mean both sides have blah, blah." And it's like, okay, Gemini, I got you.
yeah, I
Okay.
don't Gemini's dumb.
Average white liberal.
What about
I don't know.
Perplexity?
Perplexity gave an 8.5 to 9, which is pretty good.
I feel like
As a Chat
ChatGPT is
GPT
goaded.
is goaded.
I feel yeah, yeah, I think
Yeah,
I think the
ChatGPT
reasons
does
for
a
not
pretty
giving
good job.
So I'm able to do things with I'm able to do things with Gemini that I'm not necessarily able to do with GPT. It just
What?
seems a little more intuitive. Um,
like what
so first off, there's I'm a content creator, and sometimes I need help organizing my hooks and the content that I'm actually putting into my videos, etc. So GPT doesn't necessarily like. First off, let me, I guess, be fair to GPT because I trained the bitch to talk like me based on my uh for lack of a better word, celebrity. I'm a battle rapper and like kind of a public figure in certain spaces. So I said, "Hey, do you know who this person is?" And it said, "Yeah." And I said, "Okay, can you talk like that from now on?" And it just started doing it. So now it doesn't really help me that much in that way. I guess Gemini is just a fresh slate, but I don't feel like training GPT again. So Gemini helps me much better in analysis, in breakdowns, being able to select between different models. GPT will just slow down after like 20 messages and take forever for me to get anything done.
Crazy.
Yeah.
But we'll go ahead and start beginning like the actual like debate prep stuff. I mean, we talked about like a decent bit about the other stuff, but let's look at this stuff here. So
Alright,
have
yeah.
y'all been able to go over like the contents of the documents here?
My birthday, right? My birthday.
I've mildly perused them. It's just like it's like reading scripture for. There's so much, you know.
Yeah, there's I mean the summary of the really important shit you can just find in this reality section. So it's like
okay.
yeah, this is like the spark notes of everything. And then below is just a timeline that lists out all the stuff. So like it's good to know the timeline.
Are you gonna go with the I'm checking through the debate prep here. I don't think that going down the so here you have like abortion, transgender, Myron Gaines. Who's Myron Gaines?
If you look him up, you'll probably know who he is if you look him up.
Moron gains.
The eye stuff, is he correlated with the Oh yeah, wait, he's the Oh, I know that. Yeah, this guy's retarded.
Yeah. Dude, he
How are you
Oh
gonna
my
this?
God.
Wait, I'm so curious here. What's the avoid culture war shit? This is a distraction. Don't. What do you mean?
Yeah, when Myron wants to talk about like feminism and shit, like that's stupid. Like
Why? I feel like, bro. I feel like I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of a bit opposed against like the feminists.
well, one, that's cringe. But two, if I were to talk to someone like Myron about it, like Okay, I'm gonna come at it from the point of we should do things that are conducive to human flourishing. I mean, that's what I argued with you about, and that's what I argue with everyone about. Actions that are conducive to human
Yeah.
flourishing should be promoted, and feminism
Yeah.
is one of those things. That's what I would
Wait,
argue.
how? You
However,
have
well,
a
I'm
wrong
not
take.
arguing this with you right now, dude. I love you, but I'm not arguing this with you. But that's the
Okay,
approach that I
yeah.
would take. Now with
You go.
Myron, he's gonna say now, like he's just gonna appeal to every to give a context. Okay, hold on, let me. Have you seen the video of me debating him?
Maybe.
Oh, is this the one where you like bet
Call him a
$1,000 and then
slur. Yeah,
immediately?
yup,
Yes.
yup, that one. I'm just gonna play it. So the
Wait, actually,
context,
no,
I'm
I'm
on a
wrong.
college campus.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I said I'm wrong. I googled like the definition of feminist. I'd say I'm for it. I
Oh,
probably just
base.
had like a wrong
Also, yeah.
understanding. Okay, yeah, continue.
So I'm gonna play this video right here. This is when I went against him. So the context is I'm on a college campus full with a bunch of like 5 IQ college frat boys. Okay.
Yeah.
I will ask
Wait, I think
again.
it's-
Myron Gaines, when he was first shot, where were his hands? I don't know.
This guy's
What the
so
fuck you mean? You're
stupid.
saying I did nothing wrong, and you don't. No, there was never a moment of deadly threat with Alex. There wasn't. Moment of deadly threat. The guy was armed. He did ever reach for
What? What is that argument?
You're a grifter. No. How much do you want to bet? $1,000 fucking
Oh my
dollars.
God.
When he first gets shot, at no point did he reach for his weapon. Bet $1,000 right now. The officers. He won't do it.
You want that? Yeah.
You have seen it?
But more officers, bro.
So
More
funny.
officers.
What is that argument? He was okay. Should we go like around shooting like armed people? Like what?
Yeah, no, Myron
that
is
was
like
the
5
worst.
IQ. Now the thing is, like, this is such an easy argument for me to defend versus like if we talk about feminism, like, okay, there's
Yeah.
trade-offs to feminism, right? And so we could have it versus, yo, you support ICE right now? ICE did nothing wrong. Yo, where were his hands? Oh, you don't know where his hands were? Shut the fuck up. You have no idea what you're talking. Like, you're so stupid, right? Yeah.
Big fucking fact.
Yeah.
So that's why I said the feminism culture war shit is a distraction because this is such an easier argument.
That's fair. Totally fair. But I feel like abortion also is gonna be like I'd say avoid abortion and like stuff.
Well, when I'm going against Myron Gaines, if I have to talk about anything where there's like any decent amount of substance, then it's like debating Myron. I don't even know. Like, imagine you're debating like a mentally disabled frat guy. Okay, like he's not got anything of substance at all. He's gonna say some like dumbass crap and then call you gay. Like, what's there to debate, right? But like, the Turning Point people, they do have more decorum than Myron, because Myron is literally just like, I mean, he's like he's repugnant in like every fucking way. Now, while as awful as each one of these little, skinwalkers are, they do hold decorum. They're not like Myron in that aspect. So I can actually have a dialogue back and forth, and they may get like they'll interpret what the fuck I'm saying. Myron will just call me gay. Like, what's there to debate?
Is
Right?
Myron in the Turning Point thing?
No, he is not. He is
Yeah, so
not.
you're basically saying these people
He's
are like
just some
actually gonna have,
fucking
like,
guy.
Wait,
these
both of you
people
are
will
talking?
have like yeah, sorry, continue.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. The first person who was talking that was not Moors.
Wasn't me.
Oh, I think it was Dracnus. You were saying something?
Yeah, what were you saying?
Oh, I said so. He's just some fucking guy.
Myron? I mean, he's with Uncensored America. So like, for example, so it's actually really funny. Uncensored America has its strongest chapter at the University of South Carolina, which is the college of like, oh my god, if you look it up, here's literally the picture of me debating it right here, bro.
Oh.
Well, I didn't know. Who, me? What? This pic goes fucking hard. I love this picture. It goes so fucking hard.
That is hard. I like that.
Like, the thing about Myron Gaines is like, didn't he had like a clip where he essentially said like women who are like nurses and whatever, it's like an easy job and they don't deserve pay, and it's like, or they don't deserve as much pay or something, and it's like, dude, you literally yell at college kids, bro. That's your fucking job, bro.
That is your
Talking
whole
about
life,
some
my
easy
nigga.
job, dude. You literally sit and yell at little kids.
It's like, I thought we were
And you get to
capitalists,
stay
bro.
on the stage.
For
Yeah, I
real.
kind of thought that was the whole fucking pull yourself up by your. Are you dead the fuck ass right now?
Unironically, 5 IQ. This guy, bro. But
I don't know how he has a platform.
It's because
Oh my God, is he black? Please tell me he's
neo-Nazis
not black.
and
Please tell me he's not black.
disgruntled white kids like having their feelings validated, because they can't get laid, and so Myron will just say shit that validates all their stuff. So it's not my fault that women won't sleep with me. It's feminism's fault, right? And it's because of that
Fucking
cringe shit.
incels.
Yeah,
That and
unironically.
just like they just are. A lot of the kids are just raised in environments where they just grow up conservative and they never really look into politics at all, and they just kind of go with what their parents told them. And so whatever Myron is saying usually aligns with it, and so they just agree with it because he looks confident when he's saying it, even if it's total horse shit. You know.
That's a
So
huge issue.
Exactly.
for context, this is just so we know, Uncensored America is kind of like Turning Point in the sense of they host a bunch of college chapters, and that's how Myron was able to get an event here at the University of South Carolina, where I countered him at. Now, the University of South Carolina is a like strong haven for conservatives. Turning Point USA and Uncensored America, which claims to be bipartisan, but like no, they're conservative as fuck. Like let's be real here. This is Sean Semenko speaking at the University of South Carolina. He is the, I believe, CEO of Uncensored America. I can't remember if he's the CEO, but he definitely is like, if not the biggest head, like one of the biggest heads. But I'm like very certain he's the CEO. And just so you know, like this, like I mean, look at this little weasel fuck, okay? Like just I'm just gonna say, like, yeah, that's who represents Uncensored America.
Looks like that one picture of like Quibble Cop.
Yeah. He literally does. And then this is I don't know if he still is, but this is Jacob Wisnat, who is the president of USC's chapter of Uncensored America, who also I think is the vice president. We can probably find him in here too. Yeah. Here. So this is when Charlie Kirk came last year when I debated him, but you can find Jacob right here. He's the vice president of the Turning Point chapter as well.
Looks like a fucking Wibble snap. Whatever it is.
Also, just such culty vibes, bro. All their matching shirts and hats and everything, and it's like, oh,
yeah,
Big Brother's watching.
They're fucking insane.
Okay, so you said the other people, you had that, pull up that the website where you had like all the faces of
Yeah,
the
here.
Turning Point.
Yeah.
Yeah. You said what? These people are like reasonable?
More reasonable than Myron. Myron will just call you gay, but these people will actually like try to have a dialogue back and forth. So I can actually make points against them.
Who do you think is the best? Who do you think is the best?
The best,
Do
if I
you
had
know
to.
everyone? Do you know
I
everyone?
don't know everyone, no, but this John Paul guy, he's actually pretty good. I think I would smack him down though. I'll make it clear their best person is like double-digit IQ, so it's saying their best isn't really so much. No, if you're speaking with Turning Point, you definitionally no, they're not fucking smart. They're a Turning Point.
They just don't actually know any substance besides the talking points. So like, if you can just run down Socratic questioning with any single one of them, you're gonna get to like just a wall, and they're gonna be like, I don't know. I don't know.
Or they'll try to pivot.
Like it's just basically you just got to keep asking them to elaborate on things until you can get to the most fundamental, like why they believe things or what the baseline is for what they believe, because most of the times they don't really have a baseline. It's just
they do. It's the Bible. It's the Bible.
Oh,
it's
that
the Bible.
too, if they're Christian, yeah.
Wait, give me 1 second.
Appealing to religion. Wait,
correct.
Can't you just
a lot of the time, but
okay.
But they also suck at theology too. Like they appeal to Christianity and then they don't know what to say.
They don't know what they're talking about.
So this is why I carry
a
copy of the King James Bible with me everywhere I go for these debates. Okay, because you can see right here the little. Yeah, what's up?
Yeah, you don't need... continue. Sorry.
Oh, I was just going to say, in the little tabs, there are numerous Bible contradictions and then a verse that literally condones genocide. So, like...
Yeah. 1 Samuel 15:3, is that what it is?
No, it's Deuteronomy. I can't remember.
15:3 too. That's utterly destroy the Amalekites. That's a good one.
Yeah, Morris, you were saying?
Yeah, but I feel like you don't even like need to like do that. Just say like... You know when someone does like an logical fallacy, you can just say like, oh well, my God says no. So like if they say like, yeah, it's in the Bible.
Well, no, they're gonna say their God is the correct one.
Yeah, that's their whole resting point.
Yeah, they're just dumb. Yeah.
Yeah, they can't handle hypotheticals either.
Well, no, what you can do is point out contradictions in scripture, which destroys their entire worldview. Because I'm
There's
going
a
to
lot of
say,
them that.
"Hey, is the Bible the word of God?" They'll say yes, and then I'm going to ask, "Is the word of God perfect?" And they're going to say yes. Therefore, there cannot be contradictions. And if they say that there can be contradictions, that means it's not the word of God. Which I'm going to say, "Why the fuck do you believe this? And why are you basing your entire worldview on something that's not even the supposed word of God?" To which they have no
Yeah. Wait,
response.
I have a
Fact.
better. I have a better one. This
And I'm
one.
a Christian too.
Yeah. This one is. This one
I was just
always
No,
saying
they're
fails.
I'm a Christian
gonna
as well. So
reject.
yeah,
Can have
No, they're
natures with
not gonna reject
contradict.
any of these premise.
No, they
They're
have
not
to
gonna
reject
reject any.
P1. They're gonna have to reject
No.
P1.
No. They can't. They can't. They can't. They can't. Wait, do you know
Huh.
like any like Christian
Okay,
theology?
I'm very familiar
Like, do you
with
know?
Christian
let's
theology.
go.
Yes, they're gonna
Yeah.
say
So like.
no because if it's okay, when you talk about Jesus and his natures, okay, I mean Jesus is like 100% divine, and the nature of Jesus is that of the essence of God. That's why Jesus is God.
But I know. But what I'm saying is like, well, do you understand the argument? Or maybe someone is Christian. I don't want to like attack someone who's
Jesus can
Christian.
have a human nature that allows him to sin.
Yeah, so like basically the first one they have to, because like they say that Jesus has this divine nature and human nature, whatever, and obviously those two have
Yeah, but even
different.
his human nature, like,
No, this one is going
According
to
to
work.
them,
Like I promise. Like yeah, in there like if you like, this is like this is a like actual like good argument against Christianity.
Actually, very much. I like this because a lot of them just agree with the Trinity and have no idea any justification for it.
The
Because nobody
Trinity is
presses them on it.
exactly the Trinity is just it's flawed.
it's so incoherent. It's
Flawed
literally
the
beyond.
1
Trinity
equals
doesn't make
3.
any sense at all.
It's the most 5
And I
IQ thing in the
am a
world.
Christian.
No, Ethan, that's not what I'm saying. That's not what the argument is saying.
Oh no, I know the argument you just posted is not the Trinity, but I'm saying in regards to the Trinity is literally 1 equals 3. It's incoherent. But the argument you just
Exactly.
posted is not the Trinity, that I know.
Exactly. There's so many ways to like, bro, when they so flawed. The Trinity is actually like flawed.
You can tell it's just they were just writing shit, bro.
The mainstream answer is no. Jesus is usually understood as truly human and dude, like it makes no truly human and truly divine. The fuck does that mean? Like, so he
I am
could be
fully
tempted, but
human.
not actually.
I am fully asleep and I'm fully awake.
That's true. That means being woke. That just means you're woke. That's all it means. I don't know. Wake up, sheeple. Like, I don't fucking know. But I think the answer would probably be something like, even if his human side wanted to sin, his divine side would be like, no, and then like make him lock in, which I guess whatever happened to free will, but like, I don't fucking know. It makes no sense. But,
So
sorry, go ahead.
I might be able to shed a little light on this, which may help here. It's not a debate point, but it is information. It
What's up?
is said that Jesus's 40 days spent fasting in the desert
This
was
is
a parable. Well, it was not a parable. Like it did happen, but the temptations weren't necessarily a snake or a horned fucking satyr talking to him. It was him being tempted by hunger and a lust for power and whatever the fucking third one was. Testing God or testing his faith or like going against like trying to get God to prove himself to him as an authority over what they know to be God.
Mm.
And he resisted all of that. So it was told in that way so that people back then, because I guess they couldn't conceptualize shit,
Mm.
um, was like that was the basic translation. That's what I understand that to be. Of course, there's no way to prove it to bootlicking fucking hemoglobin idiots, but that's the like most agreed upon scholarly information that we have for that specific chapter, which proves Jesus was indeed human. I mean,
So, yeah.
he was a pretty good human, but
While I think the argument is valid, it doesn't feel like the rhetorical destruction, right? Because I feel like they would cling on to the idea of attacking people. I think what you're saying logically is correct, but remember, we have to pick our battles very strategically. And if like there's like a back and forth versus I just like kick their teeth in, right? I don't even want there to be back and forth. I want it to just be such that I kick their teeth in rhetorically, kick their teeth in.
domination.
Yeah.
Of
So
course.
go ahead.
I was agreeing with you out
Oh
loud.
yeah. So in Deuteronomy 20 verses 16 through 17, it literally says like thou shalt save alive nothing that breatheth, and then it says destroy the Amalekites, destroy they can't destroy. So obviously the genocide
Yeah,
should.
yeah, yeah.
So that's pretty cringe. So they have to
Yeah,
say
but
that was good. What's up?
yeah, do the Deuteronomy. Oh my God, the one where it's like a marriage, the rapist has to like marry you.
That's Old Testament, and they're gonna say that we're under different laws now, and even the Deuteronomy. Well, actually, even then, that's still actually no. Yeah, you're right.
Well, if they say
I
that,
You're
then
right.
why don't
Yeah,
you tell us?
Deuteronomy is like the third book.
I personally
Yeah.
love to, if they're gonna be like, okay, we go by the New Testament now. I'm just gonna be like, okay, is God infallible, and can God's nature change? And
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah,
okay, is it
exactly.
the same God in the Old Testament as it is now? Like, if
No, no, no.
if that's
So
the
for
case,
that,
then
they kind of
why
argue.
was
It's like think of like a contract, right? So like imagine there's like two phases to a contract, right? So it's ultimately God's unchanging will in the same way like you have an unchanging contract. So in part, let's say you have like different phases of the contract, right? Phase one maybe begins in January, and then phase two begins in July, right? The contract stays the same, but now you're in two different aspects of it. So like the Old Testament is phase one, and then the New Testament is phase two. So that's when like
So
the
basically, it's like
rules
it's
change.
more aligned with the current like society, basically.
Not
Yeah,
necessarily.
yeah,
Well,
kind of like
you wouldn't
that.
say align with the current society because they hold morals to objective standards, and if it's objective, it's not based on society's like you could say like it's not based on society's preferences themselves, right?
I think to me that's still just I just don't feel good about that, because it's like, okay, well, if God has this like almost contractual thing, it's like, well, I mean, if God is always knowing what is the objective best things to do, and in the Old New Testament he seems to be doing those things, why should this all powerful, all good, all loving being be bound to this contract and just do these things that are now deemed objectively immoral? Like, there's not really seemingly a sufficient reason for that, other than, oh, I just
Well,
kind of
they
wanted to
they
do
say
it.
who are you to question God? Because God
That's,
is
yeah.
good.
Name me one. Oh
God
yeah,
is
no.
good.
Questioning
But then
God.
just say like
Exactly.
God doesn't defy logic.
Yeah, God doesn't
Not
defy
gonna lie,
logic. And
growing
you
up in
remember
a
how before we
Baptist
were talking
church.
about like cancer is good, Moors? Remember when we were talking about that?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, this is why you had to bite that bullet, because it's a logical conclusion to theology.
Sure.
But yeah, they're just gonna say that whatever God commands is good. So that means in Deuteronomy, when they talk about genocide of even children, they have to bite the bullet and say that is good. And under the worldview I have, genocide is never fucking good, right? And like the
God
person
damn,
was saying
Max, you
about
right.
like marrying off women to like slavery. I can't remember what verse that is, but yeah, even under that context, like that can be moral, because it's God's orders. So.
Yeah, but not only that, you can say
I
like
actually once heard somebody like defend that.
Yeah, they'll do that because it's God's word. Who are you to question God?
I,
That's
on-
their
I
perspective.
once heard somebody defend that. Yeah, like they
yeah.
went toe to toe with the debater, and I was like, "Are you dead the fuck ass right now? That's crazy
I
that
am
you
gonna be
hear
serious though.
yourself saying
Yeah.
this." Like,
What's up, Morse?
Yeah, I gotta
what's
be
that?
real. There are some like I'm religious. There are going to be some like things that aren't up to par with society.
Yep.
Like there are going to be some things I defend, but I guess that's just like the bullet I gotta bite. But so if you can get them to like concede like some like absurd like claim, then like no one's gonna like watch them anymore. Like anyone watching the debate, they're just like their reputation is destroyed.
Exactly. So that's why I'm going to get them to concede things like, hey, is genocide ever okay? And they're going to have to say yes because they're Christians. They're going to have to
Exactly.
concede
Yeah.
that. And then after that, no, so it actually gets even worse from there. Okay. And this is why
Well,
I,
before
I
that,
recommend people get versed on this goes into the debate prep. Okay. I think not only we should focus on the Epstein stuff, but I think we should also focus on falsifying the Bible, since the Bible is the very foundation of their worldview and how they make all of their decisions.
I
So
can get on
yeah.
that.
first, point out
I
the
can get on that.
atrocities that are in the Bible, right? And then second, point out the contradictions. So not only do you get them to condone the atrocities like fucking genocide, like marrying off your fucking daughter to sex slavery, essentially, but you also falsify their worldview so they believe in these things that are objectively awful based on delusion, which just destroys them rhetorically entirely.
Also, something really funny you can do is, since a lot of these people are like super like Islamophobic, generally because they're Christian
Yeah.
nationalists,
Yeah.
what would be really funny is if you get well versed on like Islam, and then you can just argue in favor of Islam, and that's
No,
rage bait.
never.
They
No,
would
I
be
would never
pissed.
argue in favor of Islam. I'd argue for an
Shut up.
I mean, I
atheistic.
would,
Cringe. Well, hold
I
on.
would
Why
love
don't
it,
you
you
do
know.
this then?
Sorry, how
Why
old
don't
was
you do
Aisha
this?
again? Every
We can
time.
wait. When are we gonna have that debate? We're gonna have
How
that
old
debate.
was Aisha? Or which debate?
We actually don't know actually.
No.
The
What's the
census.
dominant view? What's been the consensus for like hundreds of years?
No, like I'm talking about like evidence. Like the hadith is just like one evidence.
So like all the
Sorry, evidence.
traditional views, all the views that they've held since like the founding of Islam are not relevant at all.
Yeah, before we got more evidence. Like,
So
do
then
you know how, like,
everyone,
wait, do you know how like an opinion is formed? Like we
yeah,
get like science, like we have evidence, we form an opinion, then we get more evidence, and then we potentially
yeah.
change the opinion. Like it's just.
No,
I'm
I
pretty
that
sure we
I
got, like, more.
understand, but like if there was anything hard that could actually like prove that without like speculating and like reinterpreting words so that way words don't mean what they mean, like if you want to like mix words around such that things don't mean what they mean anymore, then
No,
you
we're
could
not
find a way
mixing.
to reconcile that.
Well,
But
hold on.
It's a teaser for the debate because we're on the Epstein files, right, guys?
Yeah,
True.
let's take a step. Let's take a step back. We can discuss it. That's fine.
Make
I
sure
wanted
to hit
say,
up the channel for this next
True.
time.
Yeah,
True.
yeah, but hold on. Why don't you do like even if you don't believe, like you don't even need to use like Islam, like you can use any religion. Just say like, wait, which god? Like let's say they have like an absurd law like such
No.
as like the genocide. Why don't you do this? Which god do you think God is more likely to allow genocide or not? And then
No,
obviously gonna have to say like,
bad. This is a boring argument. Okay, because like remember our goal is to rhetorically kick their teeth in. Okay, like I'm not gonna sit here and like LARP for a religion I don't even believe in. Why would I do that when I could just cut the shit and say what I actually believe in and why my worldview is objectively better? So not only am I destroying their worldview, I'm pulling people towards what I believe and what I want to push society towards. So there's like literally no reason for me to even play defense for an opposite religion.
Yeah, I guess that is the downside is like when you're talking to these people, they're also surrounded by a bunch of like frat guys that are watching them that whenever they think of like Islam, they just think of like all of the generic stereotypes and they just hate them for no reason, you know?
And
It
even
would be really funny because it would piss them off. That's the thing. If you like really
no,
adequately defended somebody they hate more than
no.
atheism, I would say.
Like it's
That's
so
really all it serves to do.
you know, like it would be so bad. Like I can imagine it. Like liberal tries to defend Islam, and then he asks me how old Aisha
Yeah.
was. You know, if he does that, I'm gonna say, like. And I'm not gonna sit here and like play defense for that, okay? Like if I were to even like pretend to play devil's advocate for that, they just ask how old was Aisha, and then I'm rhetorically fucking cooked. I would never defend Islam in the exact same way I would never defend Judaism, and I would never fucking defend Christianity, okay? Like blaming in any of these things just makes no
You can also
sense.
get destroyed. Yeah, with atheism, like they can easily destroy you. You're gonna say they're gonna ask you like based on what moral framework? Like what are you gonna respond?
The principle of generic consistency, which is what I've been using this entire time.
That's just gonna get boiled down to like appealing to like
No,
popularity.
no, it's not. It definitionally doesn't. No,
Generic
I said,
consistency?
yeah, the principle of generic consistency, and what that means, it's a more. So
is it?
this is where, in a debate, I would just knowledge gap people because they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Which I don't expect most people to know what they're talking about, but people want to go into meta ethics against me. They better know what the fuck they're talking about, right? And these people, I guarantee you, they're gonna ask me, how do you build your framework or whatever? To which I've got the answers, and the answer is the objective criteria for human flourishing. Okay, there's an objective criteria for that. So, for example, capitalist societies are ones that flourish far more than something like communist or socialist or anarchist societies. That is an objective fact. And you can measure that based on, okay, well, what's the quality of life for these people? How often are people dying? Are they able to make technological advancements? Are they living happily, right? Like, are people getting diseases? Like, these are objective metrics that anyone can inductively look at.
Yeah, that's a fair response.
Yeah, so that's my entire thing.
Maybe not fully, but okay, that would work like for the to cheat their like. Rhetorically, you would win, like if you said that.
If they want to push on it even harder, I can defend why it's subjective. For every religion, for every ethical framework you can think of, everything I'm saying is true. Because the necessary preconditions for an agent to do fucking anything, okay, is to have well-being and to have freedom, okay? Moors, you're Muslim, okay? You believe in the Quran, you believe all these things. But in order for you to do what God commands by your religion, it necessitates your well-being and your freedom to do those things that are prescribed to you by your religion. That is a fact, right?
Yeah.
The same is true for Christianity, right?
Yeah, the issue is that like you can say that, but then they're gonna say good based off what?
Good. It's an instrumental good.
What do you mean? Wait, instrumental? What does
Yeah,
that mean?
and this is where I would get to knowledge gap them even harder and make myself look bad. Dude, I cannot wait for this shit because they're not going to know any of these
But
fucking
yes,
terms. God, it's
that
going to
is
be so good.
also the thing too. Is like, I mean, Morse is
That is
doing the
fair.
right thing. As in, like, if Ethan was, for example, the turning point guy, I would just be doing what Morse is, which is just continuously asking them. The only problem is Ethan actually has substance to what he's trying to say, and
Yeah,
you've
yeah, yeah.
actually thought about this. But like, that's the thing, is they
Yeah,
might try to
sure.
push you to these fundamental things, but like at the
Yeah,
grand scheme of things, at the very end, they're both mind independent principles, which makes them objective. It's just, what kind of thing do you want to assume to build the whole thing based off of that, you know?
yeah, they're gonna
Yeah.
get destroyed. Okay, well, why don't you yeah, isn't there? I was gonna say like, if they say that like the Old Testament is like old, well,
Yeah.
aren't there some like things in the Old Testament that they still adhere to or like follow?
The moral code, which is like being
Absolutely.
gay
Oh
is
my God.
bad. The
Yeah,
moral
yeah.
code.
So yeah, okay. So if you say like,
Yeah,
wait,
for
are we
whatever
gonna
fucking
ignore
reason.
everything
I
in
don't
the
know.
Old Testament? Then you can just tell them, are you gonna ignore the moral code too? Like
Wait,
just say
what?
that.
I don't understand.
So like, let's say like you bring up the rape verse, and they say like, yeah, that's the Old Testament, and they say, oh, you don't listen to the Old Testament, then they're gonna say
No, no,
like,
no, 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 no. So
they have to
that's
say
not the
so.
moral code. That's not the moral code. The moral code is like thou shalt not sleep with another man. Thou shalt not there's the ceremonial. I can't remember what all of them. There's the
Yeah.
moral, the ceremonial, and I think the governmental role or
There's one
something like
about
that.
eating shellfish and
Yeah,
wearing
yeah,
nice
that's a ceremony.
fabrics.
That's a ceremonial role. So like that's why Christians
Yeah, there
can
was also
basically wear the fuck
planting
they
two
want.
different crops beside each
It's
other and shit.
ceremonial, or it's ceremonial or sacrificial. What are Christian laws? I.e.
Decalogue. Oh no,
ceremonial,
that's the Ten Commandments. My
moral,
fault.
sacrificial, or whatever else. But yeah, we're gonna see ceremonial, moral, sacrificial. I think one of these is the same thing. Civil, yeah, 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 yeah. So what's right and what's wrong, and then the
Yeah.
things that you are allowed to do, so sacrifices, circumcision, stuff like that. So these two are gone. The moral still upholds.
That's why I'm reading
So
the Bible right now. I would recommend everybody, if you're gonna argue with these people in Christianity, like skim the Bible, you know?
you don't
Makes a
even
little
Yeah,
like.
you
bit.
definitely
Do,
gotta know. Like,
do you know who Bart Ehrman is?
you can ask like, no.
Bart Ehrman is an incredible source for falsify. So he actually used to be a super hardcore like fundamentalist Christian, and he joined.
Yeah.
He went to college to learn more about Christianity, and then he found out it was all just a bunch of bullshit essentially. And now he's like he's like probably the world's leading critic of the Bible. But he has incredible
So that makes
incredible
me wonder
videos.
if you know who I was gonna ask if you know who Monty Mater and Dan McClellan are, because they're my two
Dan
biggest
McClellan,
sources.
Wait,
yes.
why don't you show them
Monty,
this
I'm not
verse
sure.
as well? There's this one verse. Wait, let me find it. Bible. There's like this one like super, what's it called, like misogynist verse.
While I
Wait.
think having disgusting acts is good,
Oh yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
we don't need to have like 3 or 4. Like if I can be like, hey, is genocide ever okay?
This
Right?
one is funny. This one is
Shoot
too
that
funny.
shit down.
Hold on, let me look at it.
A woman. I do not permit a woman to teach or assume authority over a woman. Yeah, come on.
I do not. Oh no,
You
she must
should
be
probably
quiet
only
for.
use that one in a debate against a woman.
Yeah,
You are
Alex,
not
where'd
here.
you
That'd
get
be
word for
really
this,
funny.
bro?
But oh, actually, that's a really good
Yeah,
idea.
like
Yeah,
Ooh,
they're like, oh,
what?
my
dude, I don't
conclusion
actually
after
feel
that would be
inclined
like,
to listen to you at all.
As a woman should learn quietness
yeah,
and
like
full submission. Do not permit to
definitely.
teach
Like
authority
at the
over a
very
man.
least,
She must
get
be
the fuck off the
quiet.
stage. Get the fuck off the stage. Put the mic down. You're not qualified to speak here.
I'm sorry. What is this
According
chapter?
to the verse you just told me. No, I was saying,
Dude,
like,
that
as a
would
woman,
be
like, if
god tier.
He's
That'd
gonna
be the.
destroy them.
I love you. I love you. What is a chapter and verse? That's actually perfect. I love you. Okay, that's a perfect one, and I
This
love
one
you.
is
Thank you.
perfect. Yeah, this one is perfect.
Timothy, yeah.
First Timothy. Oh, and it's New Testament.
You should use that if you ever run into that same lady you had the
Lydia
abortion
Taylor
debate with,
Davis.
bro.
Yeah, yeah.
Gotta throw that one out
Oh
there
my
next time. Curveball.
True. Oh my god, dude! I just got hit with a truth
yo, she would,
nuke.
You should be
Oh
like,
my
oh, are you trying to teach me
she
right
would
now,
not be
Lydia
able to
Taylor
come
Davis?
back
Are you
from
trying to
that.
teach me something?
Be submissive and
She would
quiet.
not be able to recover.
So weird. So
Thank
weird.
you. Shut your mouth and let a man talk.
Oh my god, bro. Okay, I got. I'll look that one up, dude. Thank you. That was beautiful.
Yeah,
Thank
of
you,
course,
Morris.
of course.
So ultimately, step one, show that they have disgusting views. So like, I can ask, is genocide ever okay? They have to say yes. Second, possibly rage bait my opponent if they're a girl. That'd be really fucking funny. And then three, falsify their worldview by pointing out contradictions.
Yeah, yeah.
A buddy of mine
Well, this
yesterday.
is all based on the Bible, though.
Yeah, correct. These are all internal contradictions. So, for example,
Okay, gotcha.
let me find. I got like literally right. Is it
Also, have you seen
Matthew?
Parker? I think Parker like destroys these Christians, but I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, you should
Par-
do what he does. Like rhetorically, he destroys them.
Yeah, you
Man,
could
I,
look
I
at them
wish
like Can't Black
Parker and
Lies,
Dean
honestly.
were like less cucked, honestly. And by that I mean that I wish
Huh?
they'd actually go outside and touch grass. That's what pisses me off about online people on the left. They never go outside and do this fucking work, and it pisses me off. Because imagine if someone did this to Charlie Kirk. One, and by did this I mean like humiliated him in front of a stage. Charlie Kirk would still be alive, and Turning Point
Yeah.
would have no relevance because he never would have kicked off.
True.
God, he should have been humiliated from day fucking one.
I also will say, like, the one big thing you should always do, like, is with these people in the crowd, if you're seeking to like undermine the credibility of this person, not as a detriment to the people in the crowd, but a lot of times they really just don't know what they're hearing either. And I've started to notice too, there's a lot of people that go up there that just say a lot of stuff that is totally true and sound and like completely dismantles it, but they just use a lot of terminology, like debate bro terminology,
Correct.
and the people just don't
Yeah.
hear it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah, but
correct.
I would say actually like you probably like the transgender stuff. I would say like don't. The reason I say that is
No,
because
I
they
can win
can
that one. I win that one. I win those. I hope
Okay,
they do the
can
culture
I
war
give like
shit.
the
I win that.
example?
Yeah, go for it.
No, can I give like an example with the transgender? So they say like, okay, you want to allow gender
Trans
affirming care?
trans
You're gonna
women
say
aren't
sure.
women. Trans women aren't women. That's the only
No,
point
they
they
won't even
ever
say
had.
that. There's this like they'll say like, okay, do you believe we should like amputate like children's arm? And they'll go that route. Like I don't know if you
No,
heard
it's
that
not
like type
conducive
of
to
like
human
argument.
flourishing.
Okay.
No. Like wait, Ethan, you're actually like false. Like
Yeah.
there's actually like 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 if you Google it like medically, there's like no difference.
No. If
So
we're
they can
gonna
just
talk,
go that route.
if it's such to the extent where like they may take their own life if they don't do it, then like yeah, I'd be okay with that. But it's like, what's the option? Like, would you rather have a corpse or
Yeah.
someone without an arm?
No,
So
like I don't disagree with
my
you,
position,
but
yeah. So then my position still holds because I'm gonna say, oh, you would
yeah,
rather have a corpse,
yeah. But
which
then
they're gonna look fucking stupid. So I hope they push
Yeah.
me on this shit. I'll eat their skin rhetorically.
Yeah, if you say that, then yeah, you should be good. But as long as
Yeah,
you're like
'cause-
ready,
yeah.
because they might destroy you by
I'll
saying like,
try.
oh,
I
should we
am
amputate like
ready. I am so
should we
fucking ready.
amputate children, and then you're just like, yeah, better rather that than dying. But I don't know that. Yeah, yeah, that should be
Yeah,
good.
because a lot of their arguments are kind of like they strawman the pro transgender view, and they're like, "Oh, do you think we should just like?" They just kind of assume passively, like, "Oh, I think if this guy's advocating for like gender affirming care, then they just think people should be able to walk in and just like get hormones just electively." And it's like, no, that's not how it works. You know,
This
like
is
we're for the actual documenting and taking in these
Fucking
people and
process.
looking into it and making sure it's correct treatment for them. You know, like I don't want, even I don't think that you should just go in and do this stuff on a whim because it's just going to lead to problems for you. If you're just doing it for shits and giggles, then you're going to have gender dysphoria after you start expressing like new traits of the gender that you were transitioning to for shits and giggles, you know?
correct. Yeah.
I agree. As a
Even though it doesn't
transgender woman.
happen, but yeah, like
But
Yeah,
so
yeah.
back to falsifying the Bible, you want to point out very clear contradictions. So, for example, the Bible literally fails at basic arithmetic math. Okay, actually, is this even? I don't know. Like the most like okay, read this shit. Okay, 30 plus 1,000 plus blah, 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 plus 1,000, 5,400. What?
dude, they
30 plus
counted
1,000.
different back then,
I'm sorry.
bro.
I can't read it. It's too small. Can you read that for me?
Hold on, let me try to zoom in, maybe. So count. Can you read it now?
I'm on a cell phone. Hold
Can you
on
read it
one
now?
second. Ah, bitch. Okay,
Adds up
hold on.
to a
All right, so I'm looking.
whopping
30 plus 1,000 plus 29 plus 30 plus 410 plus motherfucker. Oh my god. Okay, got it.
Like they get
adds
it.
up to a whopping like 2,609. It adds up to less, like barely, no, less than half.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's actually 2,499, I believe. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
Washed.
9. Yeah.
Even I can't do math in my head anymore. It's so over. This is why I'm not doing STEM, bro.
No, I got you. I'm a computer science major, so I better know how to do this shit. But yeah, it adds up
I'm a
to
STEM student, so I haven't been in school for this.
2,499, and they got 5,000. I'm like, bro, how did they get
What
this
if they
wrong?
say like when they say like in all they're referring
In all,
in all
bro,
their
what is it missing? It literally says other articles. It has the
what about like
miscellaneous.
what about another inventory?
What do you mean another inventory? It literally says this is the this was the inventory. It literally says it in total. Like he says he brought it. Like it says this is the inventory. The other articles were 1,000, and it says in all. It's like, bro, what?
I'm trying to think of what because the goal
I
here
tried
isn't
to
even
do
like
this.
to win. You just want to like press them, right? Like I think
Yeah.
that's the best way to go with it.
I
Okay, so
actually
this is Cyrus,
tried.
King of Persia.
Yeah,
I'm
Cyrus, King of
assuming that's
Persia.
Old Testament. What book
Yeah,
is
this is Old Testament. This is Ezra. Ezra verses
Ezra,
8
okay.
through 11. Ezra 1, 8 through 11.
Gotcha. They know nothing about Ezra, Habakkuk. Yeah, those other books they have not read. I promise you. You will fuck them up with that.
Yeah, so you don't even have to go in depth at all. Like literally, just be like, "Oh damn, y'all can't even do basic arithmetic math, and you want me to base my entire worldview on this shit ass fucking religion? Like gargle my balls. Like what? You're insane. You can't even do
You're dead
like the
ass.
most
Like,
basic fucking math, and you want me to throw away my entire worldview, which is objectively correct, okay, for
Word
this."
of an all-knowing God, by the way.
Yo, I forgot, dude. Oh, dude, I carried over the one. You actually have to carry over like 3 ones. Like I don't know how that got. It's so bad. And there's another contradiction in the New Testament as well. But I won't yap about that. But the point that I'm establishing is at their foundation, they're going to appeal to the Bible. Okay, this is why people appeal to like pro-life position because like Morris, I think you're pro-life mainly from your religious beliefs, right?
Yeah, I would say so.
Right, and that's also the case for Christians. So we have to falsify the religion because falsifying the religion gives them no grounds to stand on whatsoever for any of their positions.
If you're finding
literally
like
snatching the carpet.
yeah,
Exactly.
exactly. Okay, if you do it like I guess like a low IQ person, then yeah, it'll work. If they say like if you ask them like why is abortion wrong, they'll say like because the Bible says it, then you can just destroy them.
Yeah,
I think
exactly.
many like yeah. Okay, yeah, I agree.
And if they try to say, well, what's your standard? Then I can appeal to the principle of generic consistency, which is my objective framework for morality.
Oh yeah, by the way, can you explain the principle of generic consistency to me because I'm not familiar with debate terms at all. As you know, I have only had one real debate like ever.
So
and you saw it.
The principle of generic consistency. I'll also pull up a thing here so we can read it. But basically what it's saying is in order for an agent to even be I guess let me start with some premises. Premise 1, you are some type of agent, right? So like you have some moral agency or whatever, or at least you have the heuristic of being an agent. So like maybe you have, the illusion of agency, because there are people who don't believe in free will. To be honest, I'm actually one of those people. I don't believe free will is a thing, but it certainly feels like I have free will, right? And so we can address these people or these agents as agents. Now, in order for you to be an agent, it requires 2 things: your freedom and your well-being. Okay. Now, every agent has a goal. Okay. So maybe your goal is I'm hungry and I want to eat food. Maybe your goal is I want to follow God's law. Maybe your goal is I want to sleep. I want to lay on the floor and do literally fucking nothing. Okay. That's your goal. Every agent always has a goal. They're always looking to do something, even if it's nothing. Okay. Nothing is still a goal. Now, in order to do that, you have to have your freedom and well-being. So for example, let's say I want to lay on the floor and do nothing. Okay, well, if I want to lay on the floor and do nothing, I need the freedom to do it. So what if I'm like chained to a wall, or like someone mind controls me and I now no longer have the freedom to do my body in certain ways, right? Or like someone hijacks my mind, so I'm not even allowed to have any goals whatsoever because I no longer have that freedom, right?
Right.
So freedom is a necessity. Okay, like if Moors was trying to practice Islam because he believes it's the word of God, and I persecute him, he now no longer is able to pursue the word of God because he no longer has the freedom for it. And the same is true for your well-being. Now, for your well-being, if I kill you, then you obviously are no longer able to do whatever your fucking goal is, right? Or maybe if you're sick.
Very difficult to do it after that. Yep.
Yeah. Like maybe you're sick and you can't even get out of bed anymore, right? Let's say your goal was to again follow God's word, or like spread the gospel. You obviously are severely hindered in doing that because maybe you're sick and dying on a bed. Now,
right.
These are what's called instrumental goods, your freedom and your well-being. Because when we talk about good in an ethical system, there's two types of good. There's your instrumental good, and then there's your intrinsic good. Now, the intrinsic good is like the baseline thing that you want to achieve. So for example, imagine if I gave you $1 million right now, right? But you can't spend it on anything. You have $1 million, but literally you can do nothing with it. Would it actually make you happy?
Okay. It would not.
Right? Because you can't do anything with it. But if you could spend it on stuff, then you could buy things that make you happy, right?
Okay.
Money is what's called an instrumental good because it lets you buy the the intrinsic good is actually happiness, because the whole point of like from like a subjective perspective, we all want to live happy lives. We all want to, fulfill our desire or fulfill our goals and achieve stuff and whatever, and that's what leads to happiness. We all want to have a happy life. So our happiness is often seen as the intrinsic good, and then something like money is our instrumental good because money lets us get stuff that makes us happy.
Okay, I follow.
So that means if your intrinsic good is following God's word, then your instrumental good is going to be your well-being and freedom, because your well-being and freedom are needed to do God's commands.
Okay. I feel like I'm filled in. Thank you for that.
Yeah, absolutely. So because the instrumental good of your well-being and your freedom are always going to be the case in every single ethical system, they will always be the necessary preconditions for agency. That means objectively they are instrumental goods. And instrumental goods are a type of good. It is under the category of good. That means objectively, your well-being and freedom are good.
What is this called again? The principle of common
Generic consistency.
General consistency.
Principle of generic consistency is what?
I have some like rejections, but that's fine. That's not where we're
If you want, no, you can say it, because this is my entire, like, if you falsify the principle of generic consistency, then you falsify my worldview. So, if you want, I love the pushback because it's good for me and it's good for everyone.
When we were on theology again, when we were on theology again, we can do it.
Sure.
The physical.
I gotcha.
Yeah,
yeah. But yeah, here it is. Here, freedom and well-being. An agent is logically committed to claiming those conditions as rights for blah 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 blah. So, yeah.
Start from the fact that make action plan. So you're telling me what, like you would be religious if this gets if this is falsified, or what?
Would I be religious? No, I wouldn't. That wouldn't entail being religious, but it would entail I have to rethink my worldview. So I would probably, because I have an objective criteria for what is ethical.
You believe objective. Yeah, okay, yeah.
Right. I have an atheistic view. Yeah, correct.
But you believe in like objective morality, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Then okay.
And it's through this principle that I hold my objective framework. Because if I say to something like a subjective framework, then like who's to say what's right or what's wrong? Like that means like, oh, people who owned slaves were right at the time, but I can say no, owning slaves was never fucking right. There's like preferable options, but like objectively, no, it was not conducive to human flourishing. Owning slaves.
What would you do then if this? Or actually, we can do that. The theology.
Sure.
Should we? Do you wanna do on Tuesday? What do you wanna debate on Tuesday?
Yeah, probably.
Maybe,
We'll need to put a time to it though, because I think we went for a hot minute before. But yeah, I'm game for Tuesday's just tomorrow, right? Yeah, it's tomorrow. So
Yeah, tomorrow.
excuse me. But oh, and the reason why the rights are derived from like freedom and well-being is because establishing rights for yourself and for others objectively is conducive for your own well-being, right? Because if we're acting as agents, I want to persuade you to join me, because if I don't persuade you to join me, then we might try to kill each other, or we're not going to be productive, right? Like, it's objectively true that humans, by the economic principle of labor and productivity, which all that means is if you have two people who are working together on a goal, they are like exponentially more likely to achieve that goal than if they were working by themselves. So humans work better together is all it's saying. Ape together strong, right?
Sure.
Ape together strong. That means if I ensure your well-being and you ensure my well-being, then our well-beings are infinitely more secure than if we were not looking out for each other. That's why humans are social
Right.
animals.
Okay.
So
So,
basically,
yes, sir, go ahead.
yeah, if I'm understanding this worldview right, then basically, like, something being good or bad is determined by how much happiness
Happiness, no.
brings.
No. I mean, happiness is a factor, but the answer is
How much
overall
growth and
well-being, which is going to be the objective, like, physical facts, such as, like, your health, and then also the subjective facts of what is it that makes humans happy, because humans their happiness influences their ability to be productive, and being productive obviously is conducive towards sustaining yourself. So
Yeah.
I'm still over
well-being
here trying
factors
to
both.
like literally. I'm still over here trying to break generic consistency. Like I'm actively like there's trigonometry in front of my face, and I've never even done trigonometry. I'm actively trying to do this.
But yeah, all it says is your well-being and freedom is necessary for any agent to do anything, and because of that, it is always an instrumental good for any goal that an agent is pursuing. Therefore, it is objectively good because it's instrumentally good, and instrumental goods are a type of good.
Right. Right.
That's all it says. So and I want to tell you, I guarantee you, not a single one of these turning point dipshits know a single fucking thing about this. Okay, they probably are gonna think that
Yeah.
I hold to a subjectivist worldview, which I'm gonna rhetorically kick them in the fucking teeth. So I hope they do that shit. Okay, they're not ready.
I hope they do.
They're not ready. But even then, though, like, I'll engage with them in this type of stuff. Truly, I do not expect other people to engage against Turning Point in like understanding like the principle of generic consistency and how it is I'm able to establish my objective moral system under an atheistic framework, right? Like, I don't expect people to do that. However, learning the Epstein files, okay, that shit,
Yeah, no,
I can
that's
totally
different.
expect people to do, because there's no fucking
Different
world,
breed.
okay, where you defend Epstein, bro. There's just no fucking world, and they defend Epstein. So like, it's so easy. Anyone can do this.
Why
Yeah,
can't they just do this?
that
Trump
one's
did one thing wrong, but his other things make up for it, like something like that.
His other so like you would support someone who is defending pedophiles?
No, what they no, obviously not me, but what they
No,
usually do is
I know
they'll
you
say
know,
like,
but I know you don't.
yeah, what they'll usually say like, I support his policies, not his character or something like that.
Yeah. But like, at what point do you draw the line? Okay, because like, if you found out that like Trump literally is like balls deep in an infant, okay, like, would you still support him? And if they say yes, then
Trump.
they're insane. And the fact is, Trump is protecting people who were balls deep in fucking children. So, like, if you defend Trump, you were literally defending people who were balls deep in children. Which, if they bite that bullet, they look insane. They would never bite that
They
bullet.
look fucking absolutely yeah.
Well, what if they say they don't
Now,
defend
if
Trump?
I was
And even then, oh well, then say, who do you want to win, Democrats or Republicans for the midterm election? Because my entire goal is to get Democrats elected for the midterm, and if I can get a turning point speaker to say they want Democrats to win, I think that's a total fucking win. I'll be very happy with that.
Well, what if they say this? I want us to win, but that doesn't. Well, okay, okay, let's do like a little like I'll devil's advocate. So let's just
Yeah.
say you prove to me successfully that Trump is supporting that Epstein was a pedo, and Trump was supporting this, then I'll say like this. Okay, yeah, sure, but I support his policies and not who he is. His policies are irrelevant to his character.
His character is absolutely relevant to his ability to be the president of the United States. If you have no red line between defending pedophiles and the policy that he does, then you have no principles whatsoever. And if you really wanted to, if you are such a fan of his policies, then why are you not pushing for Trump to be impeached? And then I'm going to ask you, do you support Trump being impeached?
What does that mean? Like
Personally, I would counter that with, impeach is like knocked out of the presidency.
Yeah, so like he would
Similar
be
to that.
removed from office essentially.
Okay, then
So what
yeah,
I would
Drax, you wanna
counter
run?
your
Oh wait,
argument
let
with
Morris
is
go. He was talking first.
Yeah,
my
Dracus,
fault.
you
My
can run
fault.
yours. Yeah, okay, I can run mine, then you can run yours. I
Oh,
would respond to that with
yeah.
like,
Go right ahead.
I would say no, because we need him for the policies to be sustained.
You have JD Vance.
JD, what is?
JD Vance is the vice
Who-
president. He would take over. So
So
you would
what
still
if I
have a
say like
Republican.
this?
You would still have a Republican government, but you would get the guy who's literally defending pedophiles out of office.
What if I say this then? The continuous development of these policies and this
Yeah,
sustain
JD
them.
Vance can do it. What are you talking about?
So JD Vance is gonna be the same as Trump, like 1-to-1.
He could continue his agenda to the best of his ability.
Then they just say like it won't be as good. So even though
Oh,
he's
so
a
then
bad
you're okay with
person, his
defending
policies.
pedophiles then? I mean, if you say you're okay with defending pedophiles in support of Trump, then I mean that's pretty terminal at that point. But I mean, if you admit that you defend pedophiles, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, I'd support a pedophile if his policies are gonna be conducive to like society.
Oh, okay. In that case, then we can talk about the policies, which obviously they're fucking not. So then,
Okay,
at
yeah.
that point, because I'm happy to go into the policy debate, I am more than fucking happy to do that shit, and they're gonna get wiped the fuck out. And then I'm gonna say, not only do your economic policies fucking suck dog shit, but you also defend pedophiles, which is like just the biggest slam dunk in the world.
Yeah, you're just right. Okay, so you don't think there's a same like what if they like so you would
No.
probably ask like okay, name me one good policy.
Me? No, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying there's not one. There's literally not
Yeah,
one,
no,
or at least not
no.
one that a Democrat wouldn't have done.
Yeah, so I'm saying like are you going to ask like let's say you get to that stage, he's a pedophile, whatever they say, I support what he's done for the country, not who he is, and then are you gonna ask like okay, name one good policy, or what are you gonna ask?
I wouldn't probably necessarily say name one good policy, but I mean, yeah, it would basically end up going down that dialogue tree essentially.
Okay, yeah, okay, then you're good.
Yeah.
Also, it's very bold of
so
them if they ever concede. Oh, I'm so sorry. Were you gonna? You were already gonna say something
Oh
before.
no,
Yeah.
Sorry.
I was, but I feel like yours is gonna be quick. Go right ahead.
I was just gonna say I think it's a little bit dangerous for them to even accept some sort of I like what he's doing for like the economy, even if he's a bad person, because then it's like wow. I mean, I wonder if the Germans said this exact same thing. You know,
Oh
this
yeah.
guy's a pretty bad person, but he's helping Germany. You know, it's like the same thing to me.
Yeah, that's true.
Dracnus, what's up?
Yes, personally, if I was on their side, going back to Moore's argument or rebuttal, I suppose, of I like what he's done for the country, but not him as a person. And you rebutted with, oh, what did you say? Remind me,
Yeah,
please.
name one good thing he's done that a Democrat wouldn't have done. Name one. And then they'll probably talk like abortion or some shit
Okay,
like that, which I'll eat their skin on rhetorically.
Yeah, probably. Oh yeah, absolutely. My point, with whatever you had said before was, okay, well, if we can't separate the art from the artist, then please tell me how people are still listening to R. Kelly's music.
I'm not gonna go into that because like people aren't gonna care about that.
Yeah, true.
Okay.
But that's actually a good one. That's
No,
a good one.
I might have had an incongruent analogy with that one, but it was based on something that was said a couple minutes ago, and I have a terrible short-term memory.
Sure. No, I got you.
Oh,
but
that's
yeah,
fine.
we're just talking
Yeah,
about
Ethan.
like sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, Ethan. Yeah, you could definitely go into like okay, if they say like abortion or like whatever, because you'll probably like destroy them, right? But let's say like obviously some like pro-life. I don't know specifically about like Turning Point USA, but
They're
they
super
could
pro-life.
technically make like a valid argument. Then from there
No,
just say like
I'll
like,
dissect it. I'll dissect it.
that's
Because the pro-life view is incoherent. If
no,
you,
you got
I
destroyed by
won't go
hater,
into.
bro. Like you
No,
got
I
destroyed by hater.
didn't. No, I
Yes, you
didn't.
did.
No, I
You honestly
didn't.
did. Okay, well, do you think there's a possibility you won't win? Like you won't win the debate? like
A
or
possibility
like
I lose? No, I truly there's like a 0% chance. I'm gonna humiliate
possibility
them.
that like
Especially since I
also,
with Hayden, I think it felt more like a stalemate against Hayden. Like I feel like we didn't like really get much
no, you
anywhere
did no,
at
no.
worst.
You need to get like an unbiased like opinion. Like I think cause like it's not only your opinion but it's you. Like objectively, bro. Like I'm gonna be honest here. Like you kind of got.
Is it
Don't.
going to be out anywhere, like video wise? Because I'll watch
The
it.
thing
It's
against
already out.
Hayden, oh, that's already there. It's on Hayden's channel. But two
Oh, he has
things
a
for
channel.
that. One, I've refined my argument in a much more
Okay, that's
efficient
good.
way. And then two, in that debate, I literally was dying because it was right after Christmas, and my family gave me the gift of the fucking flu. So I literally was dying during that debate.
Oh, damn.
Morris, DM me
Okay.
like the Hayden's
Yeah.
channel if you can, Morris. I'll look into
Yeah,
it.
he has actually some like very good.
Somebody link me that video, by the way. Matter of fact, Ethan, can you send me
Or
the
you can
video
just
of you
like
versus Hayden?
link the video in this chat too if you want, Morris.
Yeah, give me one
Yeah,
second.
this
Oh
is
yeah, go ahead and do that.
yeah. Yeah, this is him. I can send the specific video with Ethan. I think the
I got.
transgenderism. I think yeah. I would say that's fair to say that was like an equal in my opinion. I
Oh
think
no,
that's
I
fair to
beat him
say.
on that one. I beat him on, bro.
No,
I
no,
beat him on that one.
that was bro. He's not
Bro,
that.
when
He's
I
not that
said
educated.
when I told him like this is just feelings, bro, like he had no response to
Yeah.
that because it was just feelings. He had no fucking data on his shit. Nothing. He had
Yeah, I'm
nothing.
gonna be honest here. Like he's not that like educated on transgenderism. I'm gonna be honest. So you kind of destroyed him there. But I would say, bro, he's like
Just raw.
one of like probably.
I'm not gonna lie,
This is
it bugs the
the
fuck out of me when
shit
people
show.
say transgenderism.
Yeah, it's
Oh
weird
my
as
bad,
fuck.
my bad. I did not
I
mean
get,
to.
I totally no, it's I know you did not offend me.
Oh,
It
okay,
was
thank
more
you.
funny to me than anything. It just
Yeah,
like
yeah, that
it's
does
like
sound wrong.
no,
You're right.
you're fine, dude. You're fine. I know you meant
Oh,
no
Thank you. Okay,
offense. I
yeah,
can
yeah,
always read.
yeah. Thanks,
Yeah,
thanks.
it's
I,
like
I
rubbing
didn't
sandpaper on my skin.
I didn't even
You're
see
good. You're
that
good,
he
dog.
posted a follow up to this. I had no idea that
Well,
he
you
did
haven't
I'll
that.
be
seen? No,
looking
he
into
actually
this
no
too.
for the transgenderism one. Oh my god, sorry. For
No,
the
for the I
transgenderism.
saw the one the follow up he did on this one. This one I did not see though. I never saw this one. I don't know.
Recently, I had a debate on whether abortion should
Yeah,
I'm
go
not
ahead
gonna
and
watch
send
this
those
whole
both
thing.
then.
I'm not gonna
Yeah,
watch this whole
Fucking
thing.
squarehead ass nigga.
be legal. And its aftermath, I've thought more about it and want to discuss some topics that came up
Wait,
during
before
the
we watch this
debate.
one.
At one
Wait,
point,
Oh,
I was asked
this first point was just me rage baiting Heike because I thought it would be funny.
whether I would use they, them pronouns for a preborn child. Frankly, I don't think that this had anything to do with abortion whatsoever and was what some might call clip farming.
This is correct. This is an accurate description. I was literally just rage baiting.
However, here's how I would answer it after further thought. We only use they for a singular person when we don't know the sex of the person. So in those cases, I would be open to it. But if we know the sex of the unborn child, such as in the case of an embryo that was graded by an IVF clinic, then I would not use they. Obviously,
Yeah, I mean that's a if you're gonna hold like the transphobic belief, then like yeah, this is coherent, but it's just really funny.
Before we continue this video, like real quick,
Mhm.
bro, you probably destroying abortion, but I don't think you would do so like rhetorically, like you know what I mean? Like you still want to like
Against Hayden or against the Turning Point speaker?
Yeah. I think against Turning Point use or like I don't know, maybe they're super dumb.
Oh no, my argument, the new argument I have now is infinitely because like before I was just saying sentience is the point of or like the radical capacity for sentience is the necessary precondition for prescribing moral value. But like even then that's like yappy and it's not very aesthetically pleasing. It logically makes sense, but like the new one I have now is like I would say god tier unironically.
This is totally different from
Well, what's your
using
new
they.
one? Let me see.
Do you think I'm gonna fucking tell you? Aren't I supposed to be debating you on this shit like in like a day or two?
No, I don't. Oh, you're not supposed. Okay.
You can't show him your poker hand, man.
I see you, motherfucker. I see you. But yeah. But the argument does still rely on. Okay, wait.
Recently,
we won't go into the weeds on this, but I think the ultimate pro-life defeater is the conjoined twins issue because there's no response to this that is sufficient that I've ever heard. But the conjoined, do we know the conjoined twin argument?
I vaguely heard you running this against that one guy that one time.
Oh, Shell Shocked?
Or so ago. Yeah, Shell Shocked.
Yeah, he had no response to
I
it.
don't remember all the details, but yeah, I've seen you use it once.
Yeah. I'm okay with sorry, go ahead.
Need to explain.
Yeah. I think I think even if like let's say like it gets too your goal is to be like rhetorically let's just smack the shit out of them, right?
Yeah.
But let's say like it gets to a point where it's too much like logic and like
no logic is like it's like first grade counting. It is so easy, like the pro-choice position to defend. You just have to know how to do it.
That's fair. Okay.
But
Well,
this is
okay,
why I bring
let's
up the
say they
conjoined twin issue. Sorry, go ahead.
Mhm. Yeah. Let's say they even like bring up like a good policy. Like, well, all you can do is like, okay, do you think that is more important than? And then you just list a ton of bad things he's done. And then say like, even if he brings up like a solid good policy, just say like, do you really think that's better than these things? And then XYZ, like what he's done bad.
I mean, yeah, I could do that, but like, like genuinely, there's not a single thing that this administration has done that like is good that like a Democrat wouldn't have done. Like either A, it's something a Democrat would have done, or B, it's something to fix something that they already fucked up and they want credit for it. Okay, like, why if a pyromaniac sets my house on fire and then they call the fire department, am I gonna thank them? Or am I gonna like try to kick their teeth in anyway? Like, like fuck you! You lit my house on fire. Why would I thank you for any of this shit? So, yeah, like there's literally just nothing good from this administration. Like they'll probably talk about immigration or being pro-choice. Like that's literally the only two things that, or I'm sorry, being pro-life, and those are the only two things that they'll focus on that they like from this administration. That's it.
Yeah, then you should be good.
You know.
Wait, so you said one, a Democratic Party wouldn't have, or two,
yeah, so like for example, they may say like no tax on tips or something like that, but then like Kamala Harris supported that anyway too, and also she supported reducing the tax rates for working class incomes.
Right, that's fair. And then number two, like fixing their own wrongs. Like you wouldn't count that as a good thing if it was to
No,
fix their own wrong.
I mean like again, like do I count it as do I thank the pyromaniac for lighting my house on fire and then calling the fire department? Like no. I'm not gonna thank them for like. Do I thank the person who is beating the shit out of me because they stopped beating the shit out of me? Like, it's cucked. I'm not. I would never do that. You know,
guys, I gotta jump off, but this has been great. Definitely let me know when I'm needed again.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, all this will be on the VOD. Take care, Jackness.
Yeah.
Bet money. All right. Talk to you soon. Bye.
Bye. Yeah. What do you think about the? All right. What about this?
God, I hate this.
Yo, Ethan, what about the Operation Warp Speed?
Operation. Oh, okay. Actually, that's one thing I would say is good. That's one good thing.
Okay, see. So then, okay, yeah.
But they will never. The thing is, though, they'll never say it because they all hate the COVID vaccine, especially with the Fauci shit. So they'll never say that.
Right, that's true.
That'd be amazing, dude. If they said that, that would be amazing if they said that. But there's no shot they'll ever fucking say that. They'll never say that. That'd be so funny.
What about the First Step Act?
The first what?
First Step Act.
Oh, the first step. Isn't that the thing for the babies and the bank accounts?
Let me see.
What was the First Step Act?
A bipartisan law that reduced some federal sentencing disparities and expanded rehabilitation programs.
Yeah, that's something a Democrat would do, or at least based on like the way it sounds. Meant to reduce some federal sentences, expand. Yeah, rehabilitation. That's something that like the most libbed out Democrats obviously would support. So like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Anything that they do that is good, either A, Democrat would have done it already, or B, it's just something that they're doing to fix up something that they already fucked up to begin with. So.
Okay, that's true. What about the Abraham Accords?
The Abraham Accords? Oh, and I need to get versed.
Yeah.
That I need to look into. Like if they were to say like something that like I'm not versed in, then I wouldn't even like necessarily if they say something I'm not versed in like at all, like the Abraham Accords, like that's something where I know it's a thing that happened, but I don't know anything about it. Then I wouldn't even question. I would just grant it and then go down that line, kind of like what you said before of like, oh, that's better than like letting 750,000 people die in USAID. Right?
Exactly.
Yeah. But like I doubt they would say something hyper specific like the Abraham Accords, which I think I might agree with from the like two sentences that I know. Oh wait, sentence. Oh yeah, brokered by the United States. Isn't this open door to embassies, direct flights? Okay, that's good. Even then though, this is 2020. So like we're talking about this administration now. So that was in Trump 1.0. So I'd be like, can you name me something from this administration? To which.
Well, what is this administration? Is it?
Well, this administration would be the administration starting on January 20th. January 20th, 2025. That's when Trump took office, and then his cronies took their like secretary positions. You know, Secretary of State, Secretary of War, or Secretary of Defense. I'm not respecting that. I'm not respecting that pronoun change. Secretary of War, eat shit. No, Secretary of Defense. Fuck you.
What about okay? What about here? Critical minerals.
Oh,
The
the raw
administration.
minerals thing that he signed with Ukraine. Is that what it's referring
I
to?
don't think. I don't think so. It's the administration has pushed to keep more critical minerals such as lithium, tungsten, etc. in U.S. supply chains, including restricting exports of certain mineral-rich electronic waste to encourage domestic recycling. Yeah, that's a good thing.
I would have to look into what specifically, but I know that they were trying to do things like pressuring Ukraine to do like a raw minerals deal with we were pressuring Ukraine to give them the raw minerals in exchange for giving them weapons to fight Russia. But the problem is that is like Ukraine is our ally, okay? They're objectively our ally, and if we allow Ukraine to fall to Russia, then that's going to create a major refugee crisis in all of Europe, which is filled with our fucking allies. So it's in our best interest to ensure the security of Ukraine, and extorting them for the raw minerals in return for us making sure that they don't get fucked, which would also in turn fuck over our allies. Obviously, it's not a good thing. Like it's something where it should be done, no questions asked, because they're our allies.
Okay. What about the? Okay, this one is This one is good actually. The one I sent. The administration has aggressively tried to speed up environmental reviews and federal permitting for energy infrastructure,
Well,
housing, and
no,
technology.
that's just a shitload of deregulation. Like they've deregulated a fuckload of things, which has fucked over like multiple national parks, for example. Like, and I believe California and is it Nevada, if I remember correctly. Like, absolutely not. Like when we talk about like speed up environmental reviews, like if we mean speed up environmental reviews by like gutting fucking what is it called, like oversight, then sure, but that's a bad thing. So that's bad. But we won't go through the list on these things since if this is what we're pointing to good policy, like then we're so far beyond grasping at straws.
Yeah, have you watched their videos and seen generally what they say and argue for? So you like know.
Yeah, usually it's immigration and being tough on Iran. Well, actually not even tough on Iran. It's just immigration. That's it.
Wait, what about immigration? Well, what is their argument? That it's illegal? And what's
That
their like argument?
they're preventing illegal immigration and they're deporting the illegals. That's it. So like if
Also,
I were to
what's their
ask like
argument?
they say that illegal immigrants are bad because illegal immigration is breaking the law, and then something 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 they're soaking up our tax dollars, which is not true. Something something
Yeah.
something I hate all brown people. So that's
Exactly.
basically the whole thing for
Well, I feel like
the
you can just
immigration platform.
Yeah, it's dumb because I feel like you can just do this. If they say, because I've seen Charlie Kirk argue for it, he says, we shouldn't allow illegal things, then just like they're obviously that's a fallacy. They're appealing to legality, but you can just say like, oh, abortion is legal. Should we make it be okay? Like, you know what I mean? Like you can just flip the argument, their justification.
But I guarantee you, this right here, it's gonna say immigration's like I said, immigration's number one fucking thing. The economy, like you can't even say the economy because everything is in the shitter right now. Okay, like every single major economic indicator for a good economy is down. You could say the I mean, Trump literally is the establishment now. Like we have a Republican Congress, we have a Republican executive, and we have a Republican judicial. Like the idea that they're anti-establishment's insane. Yeah, hating Democrat. Like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Literally, the only fucking thing is immigration. That's it. They have nothing for the
I don't
economy
even
going,
think,
bro. They have
dude, I don't
nothing.
even think I think the immigration arguments are like literally. I think illegal immigrants are like positive for a country. What do you think?
No, that's objectively true. Now, to some degree, they are, but like, like, okay, so we need to have borders, and we do need to enforce the law. But the way they want to go about doing it is unbelievably fucking stupid. So,
Yeah,
like,
and I feel like you can like grape them if they say like illegal immigrants are illegal and therefore they should go. Like you can, they're appealing to legality. You can do the same for like abortion and like
I'm
you know
not.
what I mean.
I don't like that method of
I
debate.
think
You
it
know,
works
by
though.
being like,
No, actually,
no,
yeah,
it doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't. Because like, remember, we want to rhetorically kick their teeth in,
yeah,
and
yeah,
if
yeah. But if
we
you want to rhetorically kill them, then this is the way to go. Because if they say it's wrong because it's illegal, then just say abortion is right because it's legal. They're gonna get destroyed. Like you know what I mean?
That's true. Like, okay. I think it would be a good jab, but like they could then point to another thing, and like, so like illegal immigration. They would say like, have you heard the someone going into your house analogy?
No.
It's like literally 5 IQ. Okay, so like, why is it bad for people to go into your house without your consent? Okay, like imagine someone breaks into your house and then starts living in your house. That's basically what illegal immigrants are doing when they go and then they cross the border illegally. They haven't gone in without they've gone in without the United States consent, and that's bad. Just like how it's bad if I break into your house without your consent.
Oh.
They would say something like
Yeah, it's a
that.
pretty bad analogy, I would say.
Yeah, it's bad. It's a bad analogy, but the problem, or like, it's bad because we're above a double-digit IQ and they are not. So to them, they're going to be like, "Oh, like," or by them, I mean the speaker, because the speaker will say that with confidence, which will make them rhetorically look good. And then two, the dipshit college kids who are listening, who again are double-digit IQ, they're going to hear that and be like, "Oh, that is a good argument." So, it's not really rhetorical win because they do have they've comebacks.
Because I could give like a logical response, but I don't think you want like a. I think you want to like rhetorically win, right? I don't think,
yeah, but I don't think there's an immediate rhetorical win to talking about like the illegal, like I would.
Yeah, I don't think so.
So it depends on like how they say. I like what he does with the immigration, and I'm like, okay, so like what specifically has he done? And then they'll say something, and then I'll point out, oh, how'd you feel about Trump getting Biden's border bill shut down, which would have given comprehensive immigration reform? Do you know about Biden's border bill that was introduced in, I think, 2020? Yeah. So, fun fact, in, what was it? I think 2024, what was Biden border bill and why was it shut down? So unironically, okay, in I think 2024, Biden had proposed, in 2024, a bipartisan agreement or piece of legislation was written. So again, it was written by Republicans and Democrats, okay? They all were on board with passing this fucking bill, and it would have done comprehensive immigration reform for the problem with illegal immigration in the United States is back during COVID, people would hop the border and they found kind of like a glitch in the system. And the glitch was hop the border, say that you're claiming asylum, okay? And then they would give you a ticket and say, hey, you have an immigration court date. Please be at this immigration court date by this date. And then they will actually process and determine, are you actually like eligible for asylum? But they weren't allowed to turn you back around. So you would get into the United States and just never show up to the court date. And then boom, you're in. And that was a glitch in the system. Yeah, that's how it worked. So it was legal. So asylum just means you're seeking refuge from like prosecution and shit. Or like persecution, I mean to say, sorry.
Persecution, yeah.
Yeah, persecution.
Okay.
So, not prosecution.
Yeah, that would have solved like everything, no?
Yeah. Oh, I'm under the police want me? Oh, yo, Mexico, what's up? Ay caramba, bro. Yeah. So, persecution, for your whatever thing, maybe like a gang or something. And they would just never show up to the court date. And it was legal to do that process, right? It was legal. And Biden's border bill was going to, one, shut that down. And then two, they were going to fund more immigration judges because the problem is they had this huge backlog of people who were exploiting this glitch in the system, and there weren't enough immigration judges to process all these people. However, if you could hire the immigration judges who would process all these people, well, now you have a much better system because instead of them saying, here, come back on this date, they would say, oh, we have like no backlog. Here, I'm taking you to the immigration judge. We'll get it done like tomorrow. And then they're fucked. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. And so, and the reason why it was shut down was because they stopped it. The solution is we need comprehensive border reform, which Trump has never passed and will never pass.
No, I mean like the bill. What was the bill?
The bill was going to fund more immigration judges such that they could process the immigration backlog much more efficiently and quicker.
Yeah, I don't think that's a good. Yeah.
That's a great thing, and it was supported. But they say, well, it didn't go far. This isn't true. Donald Trump and his allies pushed Republicans not to support it, so he could run on it in 2024, which he did.
Do you think that's the optimal solution?
What?
Do you think
Oh,
this
real
the
quick.
bill is the optimal solution?
Oh wait,
Yeah,
Scotty, I think is trying to say something. What's up, Scott?
yeah. Let me just note that his question is if it's an optimal solution, but I was gonna say a lot of people will state, well, Trump wasn't president, so how can it be that he influenced? But like you said, there is a way to like push the Republican Party on the fact that not to vote on the bill, and there's multiple Republican candidates who were going to vote for the bill, but once Trump said something, they actually stopped. So that's one of the arguments that I hear a lot from the right is like, well, Trump wasn't president, so how can that be the case? But you just said it, so.
Yeah, so right here. So like Cruz said that Trump asked him to support it, even over border funding. Cruz described that Trump's plan to secure the border and reopen the government. Oh wait, no, it's shut down the border bill. Cruz said about the 2024 Republicans blocked it, and Cruz called it designed to fail. But the search does not show. Oh, who was it? I thought it was Ted Cruz. Who said it specifically?
Well, I'll be right back.
Yeah, I got you. For the 2024 bill. I can't remember who the Republican was, but the Republicans were like, yeah, we shut it down because Trump called us and said it. Chris Murphy, yeah. Yeah, so the 2024, Trump pressured GOP lawmakers to scuttle the deal, and so that way he could run on it again. Yeah, after Trump used border chaos as a campaign issue. So, like, literally, yeah, so it's from, my bad, Senator Chris Murphy. Not Ted Cruz. But either way, the point is, Trump pressured GOP lawmakers to shut down a border bill, which would have patched the giant fucking problem at the border, so that way he could run on it again. Because Trump does not have America's interests at heart. He only has his own interests at heart. Okay? So, yeah, Turning Point skinwalkers are going to get demolished by this fact. And if they don't believe me, I'll say bet $1,000 and they won't do it.
You know what's actually interesting? Being on Discord, I've met how was he, like 16 years old? And this probably relates to Mo, who's with us here, who's part of the Good Trouble Squadron.
Yeah.
I spoke with him. He was saying like, well, I like Trump's border policy. I'm like, well, did you know about the bipartisan bill that got passed and the fact that he, prevented it from happening? And he was like, wow, actually, yeah, that's messed up. Wow, I really got to think about that. I'm like, yeah, think about it. You're still not old enough to vote, but kind of you want to do a little bit of research on if you feel like this way about border patrol, or border in general, yeah.
But even then, though, like the problem we have with immigration is primarily relating to the backlog of people who were claiming asylum and abusing the system. I mean, what they were doing was legal, but if they were doing things the legal way, then we need to handle things the legal way, even if they were exploiting the system. So, yeah, like, and we have had zero comprehensive immigration reform, like nothing. Okay, like, well, look it up right now. Okay, like, has any major legislation been passed? The only thing I can probably think of is like funding more people in DHS, but funding DHS isn't the same thing as like funding immigration judges. Major legislation been passed for comprehensive border reform since Trump took office in 2025. And the answer to this should be no. Some major immigration, what's going to say? Lincoln Riley Act. Yeah, no, that's fucking shit. In certain areas involving undocumented, and that's not immigration reform, okay? That's just charging people. The Big Beautiful Bill, a large funding increase for border enforcement, yep, which is not doing anything about the backlog of immigrants. And then the Secure America Act, adding more funding for so it just gives more money to the people enforcing it, but we also need money for the judges, which is the problem. So, but none of these are major immigration reform policies. I'm gonna use the bathroom. I'll be right back. I'll be back in like 2 seconds. Alright, I'm back. Okay. But yeah, this administration has no good policies and they defend pedophiles, which like when that gets like slam dunked on these fucking losers, okay? Like it's just gonna be like they'll never want to show their faces again, and that's the goal. So, but again, the important thing for the people listening, like you don't have to know all this shit. All you have to do is be like, yo, you defend pedophiles, you defend Trump, you defend pedophiles, bro. Because Trump is defending pedophiles. Pretty simple, very straightforward, very easy analysis here. So, does anyone want to like practice, in terms of like debating the Epstein stuff? Because I think when we practice debating the Epstein stuff, that's probably the easiest way to get versed with the material. Because I mean, we can go through and like read all this stuff, but like if I go through and read it to everyone, like everyone's gonna fall asleep. And it's gonna be a lecture. It's gonna be boring as fuck. Does anyone want to? I feel like trial and error. It's just such a great way to learn. But yeah, does anyone want to try to say that Trump defends pedophiles? I'll be the Republican. Come on, someone's got to do it. No one wants to say it. No, come on, it's so easy.
Where's all the warriors at? Come on.
Yes, I'm sorry. I'm busy.
All right, if we don't want to try to attack the proposition that Trump defends pedophiles, or I'm sorry, defend the proposition that Trump defends pedophiles because that objectively is true, then I'll just go through some of the material because I want to cover this stuff specifically, but if I'm yapping about this stuff here, it's just going to come off as a lecture, and I don't think people are going to be very engaged with that. But the important thing is Trump knew Epstein was taking kids, okay? We can literally go to it here. Trump knew Epstein was trafficking his own employees. Trump knew about the trafficking and did nothing. If you click on it on the right here, it takes you to all the fucking sources. So, you know, we know when Ghislaine poaches Virginia Giuffre. Trump literally says that, like, oh, he's evil and Ghislaine Maxwell are evil. He says this in 2006 when he first gets arrested. So Trump knew, okay? Epstein was already fucking arrested, okay? And then he's like, oh, they were super evil. But like, why did you, if you knew they were evil, why did you do nothing about it until after he gets arrested? Like, so that's obviously not exonerating him at all. And then he admitted multiple times that he knew that Trump, that Epstein was poaching his staff. Remember, everyone, if there's anything that you all take away from this, okay? Trump, while probably is a pedophile, do not say Trump is a pedophile, okay? Say he defends pedophiles. Don't let them pigeonhole you into like saying, oh, you said Trump is a pedophile? Where's your evidence he touched kids, right? Which no hard evidence of that exists. Is it probably true? Yes. But like, is there hard evidence of him like doing that to the extent where he clearly defends pedophiles? That it's not there. But he does defend pedophiles. Unquestionably he does. So that is the thing we are establishing. Trump defends pedophiles. That's it. Don't say he is a pedophile. You will lose if you go down that route. Trump defends pedophiles. Objectively true. Because they'll try to gaslight you, okay? Because this is what Turning Point people will do. You'll be debating with them, and then they'll misrepresent your position, and you have to know your position. Because if you don't know your position, and you can't stand like 20 toes down, okay, on your position, they will misconstrue it, and if you're not familiar with it, then you lose. Because they'll misconstrue it, and then you won't even realize that they've misconstrued your position. So if you understand your position is Trump is defending pedophiles, then you can defend that. But you have to be locked in on that. So here's some evidence of him saying that he knew that Epstein was a pedophile. We'll go through this 3 basic videos. I think these are critical because they are super recent with him acknowledging that he knew about Epstein's actions. And this happened last year in July.
Because he did something that was inappropriate. He hired help. And I said, don't ever do that again. He stole people that work for me. I said, don't ever do that again. He did it again. And I threw him out of the place.
Oh my gosh, I was muted. My bad.
No, you're good. But yeah, this is him literally saying that he knew Epstein was taking people that work for him. And then here he is doing it again. Oops.
2 years ago. He took people that worked for me, and I told him don't do it anymore, and he did it. And I said, stay the hell out of here.
In 20.
All right, there he is admitting it again, and then we can do it one more time because incredibly he does it a 3rd time.
I don't want to say any number you're talking about many years ago, but yeah, he took people, and because he took people, I said, don't do it anymore. You know, they work for me, and he took, beyond that, he took some others, and once he did that, that was the end of him.
And there you go. So Trump knew that Epstein was taking kids or taking people that worked for him. His staff was being poached, and he did nothing. And we know he did nothing because if we go back over here, Trump knew about the trafficking and did nothing. Here's our evidence. So we know that he called the Palm Beach police chief about Epstein and Maxwell, and then we can read a summary of the things here. So I got sneeze. Excuse me. He admits he was aware, but doesn't do anything. Oh, sorry. That's the right one. Yeah, here we go. He calls them evil. He's like, thank God you're doing this. But all of this happened after Epstein already had gotten arrested. So if we click on the link here, we actually see that he gets arrested on the 23rd, and it's believed that it happened the next day that Trump calls the Palm Beach Island. Epstein gets arrested first, and then Trump makes the call. So that needs to be made super fucking clear. I should probably add that in here, make it very clear that is the case. And then the next day, Epstein gets out on a $3,000 bond out of jail. So that's how we know that Trump is. That's how we know that Trump knew that Epstein was touching kids and objectively did nothing about it. So now we can go to like the Epstein file contents, and here we can look at our key agents. Who are the people that are being protected? So the 2 easiest examples are going to be Les Wexner and Leslie Groff. Les Wexner is the, I believe, CEO for, what is it? It's some beauty company. I can't remember which one it is. What was it? What?
Victoria's
beauty?
Secret.
Yes, Victoria's. That's
The
it.
Lerner Group. Yeah,
It's
the Lerner
Victoria's
brand.
Secret. Yes,
I
thank
thought
you.
I knew that answer.
Yep. This freak here is one of the head staff of Victoria's Secret, and you can actually find Trump and Epstein at Victoria's Secret party. There are multiple parties that they're actually seen together at. So like right here, this is them at a Victoria's Secret event. I don't know if this is Les Wexner right here, but they've absolutely been photographed at Victoria's Secret events, and have confirmed been together with them. So going back here, Les Wexner, who's been accused by multiple people, are people who are being protected. And then same for Leslie Groff. Leslie Groff is someone who knew that Epstein was trafficking minors, but she was setting up massage appointments for these minors to basically get abused by Epstein. She says that she didn't know, but multiple survivors have contradicted these statements. She had their passport information that gave their age, and Groff would hand over cash to these minors in envelopes. So the idea that she had no idea what was going on is insane. And there's not been a criminal investigation into either Les Wexner or Leslie Groff. But there's a few others. Multiple people have died by suicide, such as like this Jean-Luc Bourlanel guy. He's super dead. And there's a few others, but the main ones that we really want to point out are Les Wexner and Leslie Groff. There's probably a bunch of others too, but we don't know because the majority of the files are still redacted. Oh, I gotta update the thing here. What happened to all my other stuff here? Okay, I gotta update. Number 3 because I have some notes down here, which that should not be there. So I'll re-update number 3. I think that got overwritten by an old file. I swear to God, I had way more stuff on this. But the important thing, though, Les Wexner and Leslie Groff, these are our 2 big baddies. And then also the abhorrency of Trump knowing all this shit and then doing nothing should be enough to make people say, you know, like this guy's fucking disgusting because he was complacent with the trafficking of minors. But yep, those basic facts are how you can destroy Turning Point. Anyone can do it. Anyone can go up to the microphone and challenge them and analytically prove it. And if they refuse any of these things, tell them to bet $1,000 and then they'll shut the hell up instantly. So that's how we do it. That easy. Shrimple as Shrimple, bro. Any questions on like debate rhetoric or like I guess like how to win in debates? Or like strategy? Nope. All right.
How do you end a debate? Like, how would you get to a point where it's like, all right, they're arguing a lot. You pretty much made your point. They made their point. Obviously, in a TPUSA event, it'll go on to the next person. But how would you try to end the conversation? That way, you end it in your terms. You know.
Let me show you a great example of exactly how one can do that. I'll show you a fantastic example. Oh my god, where was it? Was it right? This was so okay, right here. Like if you end it on your terms, that is such a gigantic W. I'm gonna play this video real quick. I felt so bad for this guy, I really did. And I hate that I kind of I keep farming him, but at the same time though, it's like one, he's like the textbook example of what needs to happen, and then 2, like this is what happens if you join Turning Point. Like I want him, like he needs to be made an example out of, so we're gonna make an example out of him. But this is how you want to end these things on your own term. This is a great example.
I'm here to have conversations in good faith from a pragmatic, realist position, not this moral grandstanding of talking points and dunking on people, which is...
These aren't talking points, these are facts. You were the one giving talking points about like, oh, it was 5 years ago. Again, the Epstein stuff happened more than 5 years ago.
No, that's not a talking point, that's a fact.
It absolutely is. You're saying we should just get over it because it was 5 years ago. That's a dumb talking point. That's why you keep saying that. Why else would you say that? It's totally irrelevant to the conversation.
Well, there's not that many.
One just absolutely fucking stun locked. Like literally nothing to say about that. And then watch what he tries to do. And I catch him like a fish because he tries to weasel out of it. And even his weaseling attempt fails.
People and a lot of people aren't paying attention. Does anybody here think that Trump should be impeached right now for something?
Thank you. Thank you.
These are all your friends. This is the guy who stormed off from the mic. I'm not talking to you. Excuse me.
Was she clapping for me? You're the one making the positive claim, bro.
Wait. The guy up. Who was the guy up before you?
Before me?
He called you an idiot. Yeah. and he was on your side.
Why are we pivoting? Why are we pivoting? Don't bring that into it. We're talking to me.
I wasn't even done talking, and of course you're friends.
Well, you're talking about him, and he called you an idiot. That's totally irrelevant, bro. That was such a pivot, bro. This conversation's over.
No, because I was looking for him earlier. Now that he's
this conversation's
my interest
over.
Did you hear him start to like beatbox at the end there, dude? he like he I know this conversation's over.
Oh gosh.
That's a perfect way to end it. The way you want to end these things, one, on your term, obviously, and two, you want them to have nothing that they can stand on, right? So if you can stun lock them, like where you can like rhetorically like brain break them, and then you can end it with them going like that. It looks so fucking bad for them, okay? Like it's like the equivalent of like it's like it's not even like an MMA fight. It's like watching someone get executed, okay? Like I don't know how else to put it. Rhetorically executed. Like I don't know how else to put it. End it in a way where they are literally stumped, speechless, and if they are not speechless, if you can get them in very easy yes or no questions, such that they become brain broken, they may try to pivot or like they'll like yap and blah 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 because it's like a defensive mechanism, right? So like for example, when you find a contradiction in their point or in their argument, right? Then you can point out that contradiction with very easy yes or no's, right? And if you point out that contradiction in calm, clear, methods, and they can't accept the contradiction, then what's gonna happen is they're gonna get brain broken, right? And when they get brain broken, they go into this defensive thing with blah 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 blah, and then you can just ask the question again, and either A, they accept the contradiction, to which you can walk out and look like a fucking god because it's like, yeah, your position is inconsistent, you have no idea what you're talking about. Or B, if they don't accept it, you can just keep clip farming them. You can roast the fuck out of them. But the ideal situation is you get it down, reduced to such a simple, like, yes or no, where they obviously clash heads. So, for example, for anyone who's watching who's a Christian, I'm sorry, but, like, I am not a Christian. I falsify the Bible. The Bible is false, okay? I'm sorry. But that is what it is. Their entire worldview is based on Christianity. So, for example, because they were trained by Andrew Wilson, I can almost guarantee you they're going to go into some level of meta ethics. So they're going to ask me, where do I ground my morality? Right? They'll say some shit like that. And if they're asking where does I ground my morality, well, it's certainly not going to be the fucking Bible, okay? Because then I'm going to point out contradictions in the Bible. And if there's contradictions in the Bible, and then they can't reconcile that, depending on how far into the debate we are, that can be one of the best ways to end it. Because not only do I prove that Trump defends pedophiles and that they can't even fight that accusation, but then I also falsify their entire worldview and how they constructed their entire lives. And when that happens, that's a pretty big optic dub. That's a big optic W right there. So that's how I would end the debate.
Perfect.
Yeah. I do the like I literally actually do the same strat on him twice, unironically, because it happens again in this one. I wish I could. I want to skip. I don't want to go through the whole fucking thing.
Yeah, before you go through it, I know we got someone in here. We had a Paul on who loves doing mock debates, but he just took off. How about Puff here? Did you want to do a mock debate? I figured I'll ask since I didn't message you, see if you wanted to join.
I was just tuning in to see what was going on.
I got you.
Oh, okay, for sure.
Trump also told the people on January 6th to remain peaceful.
Okay, I can't skip it. Thank God. Okay, so like here's a great example of a contradiction that I like pick him on so bad and he can't address it, and so he gets broken in this. Okay, so that's why I'm saying, like, if you can reduce this down to like simple yes or no's, this is a perfect example of that, because they can't, like, when you have the logical inconsistency it's like when you play a video game and then you find a glitch. Okay, I'm a computer programmer. I've programmed video games before. I get how this works. And what you're about to watch is you like literally programmatically finding glitches in the system. That is what your goal is as a debater.
Files when they had them.
Why did all Republicans try to avoid releasing them?
The Republican Party campaigned on releasing them, and it's done more than any other administration prior. If Trump was in them or implicated, why didn't Joe Biden release them?
When the Epstein Transparency Act was getting released, who was the one party that was voting unanimously for it? Who was that?
Okay, so he knows that between the Republicans and the Democrats, one side objectively fought harder to get the Epstein files released when push came to shove. One side objectively was someone just typed in chat, Charlie, it was not an inside job. Charlie Kirk was assassinated by Tyler Robinson, like almost guaranteed. Not almost guaranteed, like fucking guaranteed. Like I would bet my life on that. Charlie Kirk was like it's not an inside. It's not fucking conspiracy. Conspiracy stuff is BS. But he needs to say that it actually is Democrats who are the ones protecting pedophiles. But 2, reality is contradicting him. So now he's in this like cognitive dissonance of like, oh shit. That's why he's so quiet.
Uh-oh,
the Democrats.
Oh, they're the ones fighting to get it released, right?
Sure.
Okay, so your party's protecting pedophiles, bro. Like that's just a fucking L, bro. You gotta take that one.
So the statement I have passes because he's just wrong on it. So like even though he wants to hold this belief that like, oh, it's actually the Democrats, it's objectively it's not. It's just fucking not. And so it passes. But and then I tell him that's an L. You just got to take it because that's true. Like you're just wrong. Sorry, bro. That's an L. You got to take it. And then he fights it. To which I roast him even harder for fighting it. And that's why if they want to fight this, then that's good for you because then you can humiliate them even more, like so.
The Republicans have released 3 million files.
Yeah, and how much did it take? How hard was it? They fought every single like fiber of their muscle to get it out. You can see that, right?
No, I mean they fought pretty hard. I think that.
Yeah, to protect pedophiles, bro. Your party sucks.
I don't affiliate with a party. I'm a free thinker.
And then he's saying, I don't affiliate with a party. I'm a free thinker.
You're the one who was literally, you're the free thinker at Turning Point USA, which is explicitly condoning Republicans. Like,
I'm conservative.
Like that's just that, and that right there. That's what I was like. All right, that's good. We can end it there. Because he was in this contradiction on the files. I mean, like, what about them? Republicans are defending pedophiles. Democrats are the ones who push to actually get it released. Yeah, Republicans are still illegally having like the overwhelming majority of files being redacted right now to this day. It's
Trump
like
is under a congressional and a Supreme Court order to release them, right?
Supreme Court order? No, not a Supreme Court order, but a judge
Just like
did.
a regular court order?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a federal judge was like, hey, you need to, I think, show the files to the judge or like the judge's department, but like to release them all, I don't think that's the case.
And what about the congressional order? That was also to show it to specific groups of people only. And not everybody?
If a new one happened, I'm not familiar with it, but the judge one, I don't think is to like publicly do it. It's for the judge to review it and be like, yo, I need to make sure you're actually in compliance with the Epstein Files Transparency Act. Under judicial.
The Epstein Transparency Act is the congressional order to release them.
Oh well, that then yeah. I mean, like
okay.
they're supposed to be doing that, but they're obviously not in compliance with that. So.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was like. I don't know if there's like another one that was passed, but.
I like to refer to that a lot when I talk to people, because he is under congressional order to release them, and he's just refusing. Crazy.
Illist, if you want to join, there's the link tree, and then you can join the Discord and we can chat about stuff. But otherwise, thanks for stopping by. It's Trump under judicial necessity to turn over unredacted Epstein files to that judge. What judge? Ah. Damn. Okay. Earn. Fuck. There we go. Okay, is Trump under necessity to turn over unredacted to a judge? Judge. I think that should be good. I'm pretty sure the answer to this is yes. We have the orders against the Justice Department. Yeah. The judge in the reporting, U.S. District Judge Emmanuel Sullivan. Yeah, because I think there was a lawsuit. Yeah. Oh wow, he's born in the 1940s. Not gonna have seen her, but
Are you talking about the Katie Fang one? The Katie Fang lawsuit, the
I believe
recent
so.
one, or some?
I think you're exactly right. I think it's the Katie Fang one, and I'm pretty sure that's under by Judge Emmanuel here.
Sullivan.
Yeah. Yep. Katie Fang. Judge Soul. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. These are the correct things. Oh yeah. It literally says right. The underlying case was brought by Katie Fang. Yep. Correct. Important distinctions. Not direct. Oh wait. So has the judge already reviewed them? If so, what was the analysis? I think it's in process still, right? Has already received the unredacted file and records show is reviewing them in camera. Okay, not on the public docket. Checking whether are legally justified. Reporting analysis essential must show. Yep. Oh, okay. So yeah, they're still going through it. These specific files are definitely unredacted and released. And okay. The judge 100% has files, and then DOJ is in compliance. Oh. The judge is assessing whether. Okay. So they've submitted some unredacted. So still not the whole thing. Reviewing them privately to decide whether or not more can be released. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. So even then though, like the release that's given to the judge is still not a comprehensive release, because if it's not the whole fucking thing, I mean, it's not the whole fucking thing, you know. So like, I don't know what to tell you, you know. Like, I can't wait for the next
I think
administration
he
to
is
take
still
over.
defying the court order then, which is what I've been saying. So I mean, that's just a true statement. Is he's defying a court order to release? I guess you could say. I don't know what would be a better word for that. To give the files to a judge.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely isn't the first time this shit ass administration has defied court orders, like with Boasberg and ordering the return of Emmanuel Garcia, I think is his name.
I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a big deal.
Trump admin defied court orders. Like, what do you do when the judge is like, "Hey, do this thing," and then the executive branch is like, "Nah." Like, what do you do?
No.
I don't wanna. Oh man, violated or ignored at least 31. Jeez Louise, 31 times? 31. Bro, what the fuck? That's crazy. I've got such bad Trump fatigue syndrome. Like, it's actually unreal. The level of Trump fatigue syndrome I have. Unironically. Okay. But if no one wants to do any debate prep, I don't think there's much more to go over, since like the main purpose from like a lot of the streams moving forward is going to be on how it is we prep for debates against Turning Point, and obviously that's going to involve back and forth discussion with someone taking the Turning Point side and defending their position in the best way possible, as well as someone taking the fuck you Turning Point side. So but
I messaged a few people who were very interested in wanting to hear about this, but of course, timing. Maybe they're at work. One of them actually responded they're going to college or class right now, so
yeah.
It's a timing thing. But the more we do it, hopefully the more people are able to join. But do you announce it in the Discord server? Like, do people get like a little notification about it?
Yeah, I've got it for people who have the
The
appropriate
announcement part.
tags. Yeah, the
Yeah.
announcements, soldier and prep assistants, since these are the jobs that they're the ones who want to do. And I really want to avoid tagging everyone, because if I tag everyone, then like I feel like people are just going to mute the server from getting spam notifications. And that obviously wouldn't be good, so.
Gotcha.
And also
we'll just
like
keep at it.
yeah, in the announcements, I even was like, hey, to avoid blowing up notifications, please see this thing if you'd like to receive future general notifications.
Right.
So, and a bunch of people even reacted to that too. So,
just keep at it. Do it different times of the day. I'm sure people will be available later on as well.
yeah, most people are at work right now anyway, or at least on the East Coast. That's definitely true. I don't know what the geographic distribution is on the server here. I know we have a decent chunk of people who aren't even in the U.S., but I mean, I invite them to be in here anyway, since they could either be prep assistants, artists, etc. So I'm happy.
Exactly. Yep.
I'm grateful for everyone who's able to help out, like truly, because like I don't think Turning Point pick up the mic events are any announced for the fall semester yet. If so, when and where? I'm pretty sure nothing's been put out yet. And then I'll also check Grok and ChatGPT. I found one one? Hello? Listed for hello? It's not clearly say okay, well, Club Crawl Fall 2026. I might need I'll have to look at that. All right, consulting with the council. But yeah, it's just gonna be super critical that we have people who want to go against Turning Point, because if they host multiple events in like 1 week across the country, I can't be at all of them at once. It's just not possible.
Definitely.
Yeah, but if it's like if we have multiple people who are working with me on this, well, then we can do something, because it's like I like to imagine Turning Point as like a disease, right? It's a disease that spreads throughout the entire country, and the only way to fight this disease is to get the proper antibodies. But what are the antibodies? It's knowing how to fucking combat them, okay? Like, if you know how to fucking combat them, then every person can get this shit right here. Every person can do this. Any person can do this. It's so sad that more people aren't doing it. And it's
on YouTube too?
Yeah, but the majority of the stuff that I use YouTube for lives and some shorts, but the majority of my like short form content is on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. But yeah, I use YouTube for lives with the same handle.
Going back to what your analogy of like Turning Point being a disease, the way to remove that disease is, for your prime example, you debated that one individual at TPUSA. They're no longer there. You remove the disease.
Exactly. And if we can do that, we can get rid of all these skinwalkers. And even if we humiliate them and they want to keep going anyway, we can just keep humiliating them and they can keep ruining their own reputation, right? Like, and that is so powerful, because if we ruin their reputation, then we ruin Turning Point, because these people are supposed to be Turning Point's champions of debate. Okay, and they're all dog shit. They're all so bad. Only problem is people aren't versed in debate. It's like having. Do you all know chess elos?
Yeah.
Chess elos are like how good you are at chess. So like a grandmaster has like a 3,000 elo, but someone who's like really bad, like just learning chess, maybe has like a 300 elo. Does that make sense? But like someone who's 1,000 elo will beat every 300 elo person ever. Okay, like if you're 1,000 elo versus 300, you're winning. Okay, you're like kicking your teeth in. But 1,000 elo versus a grandmaster, no fucking chance. No chance. And all of these fucking people are like 800 elo going up against like 200 elo college students.
Yeah. And that's how they get their videos, their clips, and everything. I'm gonna take off. I got a meeting to go, but hopefully we get more people going on here. But I appreciate your time and checking out the stream. It's
Yeah,
really
Scott,
awesome.
thank you
Love it.
so much for being here, and also like all the shit that you do to help out. Like, I fucking love you, dude. Like from the bottom of my heart, I love you, man.
Of course, my dude. Love you too. Appreciate it.
All right, be safe, man.
Peace.
I fucking love that guy, dude. Oh my god. But yeah. Ultimately,
He's really cool. He hit me up last night in the Euro and travel server.
Yeah, I was.
And he's like, "This is what I'm really trying to do. I'm trying to get people motivated in these other servers."
Yeah, dude, that travel server makes me want to fucking rhetorically kill myself, bro.
It's
Oh my
so crazy in there,
god.
dude.
Have you ever debated? I think his name is Euro.
Yeah, I want to do it.
Dude,
I want to debate him about the Iran war because Trump backed out of the JCPOA in 2018, and I want to say, that's his fault.
I don't know if. Okay, you say you want to debate him. Like, I can't tell if he's actually like cognitively disabled or if he's grifting, but like, you won't get anywhere.
And it, like you said, it's you're going for the optical W, right?
Well, yeah, I am.
I just want to make him look bad. I don't really care if he thinks he won or lost. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But for like all the normies, I want
No,
them
but
to
like,
see what's going on.
So, for example, when I tried to debate him, I was like, "Oh yeah, my proposition is Trump defends pedophiles," and he's like, "I want to talk about legislation." I was like, "Yeah, the Epstein Transparency Act literally is legislation. It was passed by Congress, and he's not in compliance with it, right?" And he ended up like misconstruing what I was saying. I was saying Trump is defending pedophiles, and then he said that I was claiming Trump is a pedophile. I was like, no, he's defending pedophiles. And he's like, "You just have feelings. You don't have anything." I was like, "Bro, let's just debate it like right now, okay? Let's just debate it, and then if I'm wrong, I'm wrong." And then he muted me for like 5 minutes. He'll server mute you. He'll abuse his mod powers if you're winning at all.
And then he won't let you talk for a little bit
Yeah.
while he just rants about whatever bullshit that he's talking
Yes.
about.
Yes. And like it was so bad, like because he muted me for 5 minutes to preach about stupid shit. Like I just sat there, and then like after like a minute of it or whatever, actually after I can't remember. It definitely was over a minute. Okay, I remember that for sure. But like it got to the point where I just looked into the camera and I was like counting down with my fingers, and then when I got to 1, I just like flicked the camera off and then I left because I'm not gonna sit there and be this fucking monkey. Like it's a waste of time. So that's why I left, and that server's cringe as fuck. So that's what I'm saying. If you really want to do it, you can, but like, don't expect
It's gonna be bullshit. I hear you.
Don't. Yeah, I'd say just save the. I don't even want to say cortisol because like, I don't know. Just save the whatever the fuck it is.
He does sound crazy when he talks, and his mouth moves all weird. He reminds me of Wallace and Grimmett. You know how those like
Oh my
Play
God,
Nation
yeah.
people move their mouths?
Yeah.
Him and like Stephen Miller do the same thing, dude.
Yeah. I don't know. Again, truly in my heart of hearts, I don't know if he's doing that because he's like actually cognitively disabled or if he's just a weirdo grifter. It's one of those two, but either way, it's a waste of mental space and time from my perspective. But yeah. God, I can't wait to go against these guys, but you know, when it happens, it happens. But yeah, I'll go ahead and I'll put a hold on the stream for now, and then I'll come back later since again maybe some people are at work or whatever. But if there's I'll probably come back around maybe like 6, 7, something like that. Haha, got him.
Okay. 6, 7, 6, 7. Yeah,
Got
for sure, man.
he.
And I'm down to join up too, and you know.
Hell yeah, awesome. Well, I'll text the chat and I'll keep everyone updated. But yeah, thanks for stopping by. And I think it's my first time actually getting to talk to you, if I'm not correct or incorrect.
Yeah, first time.
Oh, sweet. All right. Well, oh, have you seen the videos? Oh, no, you literally said you haven't seen the videos because I had the Instagram shit and stuff up before. But you should, if you're interested in seeing like the type of shit that I do, you
I'll go
should,
check out your TikTok. I think I have a TikTok. All
yeah.
3 platforms that you named are platforms that I just don't use.
Yeah.
Biggest issue.
But you should look at some of the debate clips specifically with either Myron Gaines, who I annihilated, or this kid with the fucking sunglasses, who I annihilated. Those are easily the 2 best ones, and we're gonna use those as examples for what we're gonna do to all the other Turning Point fucking losers here. But yeah,
And I'm down to go to some events too, and go debate some people for
fuck
sure.
yeah,
Especially like a Turning Point event.
yeah, they're all
I'm over in
so
Colorado
bad.
too, so you said you're on the East Coast. I mean, I can
Okay,
maybe hit up some
yeah.
events over here. So.
One of the critical things is oh wait, actually hold up, wait. Program. So one of the most important things is to also be on the lookout for events that are upcoming, right? Because for the events that are upcoming, then we can inform each other. We can be like, hey, yo, this event is happening on this date. And then for those who are able to go to counter, like, yo, imagine we have the program I'm running is called the Infiltration Initiative. So like we have people who know how to debate, who infiltrate these debates, and then they aura farm against the Turning Point speaker, right? So like imagine one of these Turning Point fucking ghouls getting jumped by like 3 different infiltrators, like back to back to back. Oh my god! Like just end their fucking career. That would be that's my dream. That is absolutely my fucking dream.
Just make it so bad for him that TP doesn't even want to send him to the debates anymore.
When this guy right here, when I debated him, actually, okay, I'm gonna play this video for you so you get an idea of who I am. Do you mind that? It's like a minute and some change. All right, here we go. Yeah, hold up.
Trump also told the people on January 6th to remain peaceful.
After Ashley Babbitt got shot.
What about Ashley Babbitt?
Yeah, that was done after she was shot and people had already reached the Capitol grounds. And also, how come those sycophantic dogs didn't leave until after Trump said, go home? And he's the one that calls it a day of love.
Yeah.
If you want to go on the January 6th stuff, I will cook you, dude. You're smarter than this.
I've already condemned it. I don't know what.
No, okay. It's one thing to say it was bad.
I think it's funny that you're hyperfixating on something that happened 5 years ago that has nothing.
I'm sorry. Wait. When did the Jeffrey Epstein stuff happen? Oh, but it's still important. Oh, but it was like 5 years. This is a stupid talking point, bro.
When did it become relevant? I don't know. Why didn't your party leaders do anything to release the files when they had them?
Why did all Republicans try to avoid releasing them?
The Republican Party campaigned on releasing them and has done more than any other administration prior. If Trump was in them or implicated, why didn't Joe Biden release them?
When the Epstein Transparency Act was getting released, who was the one party that was voting unanimously for it? Who was that?
The Democrats.
Oh, they're the ones fighting to get it released, right?
Sure.
Okay, so your party is protecting pedophiles, bro. Like that's just a fucking L, bro. You gotta take that one.
The Republicans have released 3 million files.
Yeah, and how much did it take? How hard was it? They fought every single fiber of their muscle to get it out. You concede that, right?
No, I mean they fought pretty hard. I think that.
Yeah, to protect pedophiles, bro. Your party sucks.
I don't affiliate with a party. I'm a free thinker.
You are the one who was literally. You're the free thinker at Turning Point USA, which is explicitly condoning Republicans. Like
I'm a conservative.
Yeah. And then I found him at a separate event because like I drove about like 3 hours to debate him again. And from those debates, he no longer is participating with Turning Point.
Again?
Yeah. So that was like the first event, and then this is the second one. So like, you want to see one more? I love showing. I show these things probably at least like twice every stream, so it's always so fun to watch these.
One moment here.
Yeah. I definitely show these at least like twice a stream though. But it's so good, okay? Because anyone can do this. You just need to know the facts. And the facts behind the Epstein shit are so fucking simple. Literally anyone in the world can do this. Is English your third fucking language? You can do this. Like it's so trivially true, you know? And that's why I'm here. Like, how come we don't like? We should have like 100 people in this fucking VC who want to go like shit on Turning Point. The only like barrier to doing this is one, spending like an hour to learn the materials behind like the Epstein files and like their concealment, and then two, to buy a camera, and that's it. Camera and tripod.
Alright, you can play it.
Okay, this one's really good.
Are we still defending pedophiles? No, I don't. I think anybody who was in the Epstein file should
This guy's so tired
be
of you.
punished to the full.
Dude. When he saw me, because here's what happened. Do you know the what's up here, Hero? I'm showing him the stuff, and then I'm gonna go get some food since people aren't in for the debate prep. But I'll come back in a little bit later. But I'm just going through the 50th time of going through this video.
Yeah.
When he saw me here, do you know the Barracuda in Finding Nemo?
Yeah.
So you know that one scene where like it's kind of off in the distance, like it's just like out in the open, kind of far away, and it's like slowly coming. It's like there, right? I like did that with him because there's this big ass field, and there's like a set of students on the left and a set of students on the right, and none of them are participating, and there's not really like I think there's like one or two people in line, and like I just like. But it overwhelmingly the field is empty aside from the people who are on the sides of the field. And like I just like slowly like get into the middle of the field, like probably like 100 or so feet away from him at least. And I just like stand there looking at him because he looks at me, right? And he's like, "It's you. You're the guy who cuts people out of context and makes them look bad." And then I was like, "Huh?" Like, well, I was like, me? Which was not true at all, okay? Because there were some things in the first debate that I had against him that I actually had wrong, and I didn't even include those in the clips I uploaded. And it was like, when he said,
wouldn't that be clipping? Wouldn't that be clipping him?
no, if there was something, if there's something that was incorrect, that I don't play it. Like, why would I play something that's incorrect? I just would not do it. So like, but even then, in the thing, right? He doesn't point out that I'm incorrect. So for example, I said that Trump had a bad response to COVID by means of not shutting the country down when he was advised, but that actually isn't entirely accurate. Like it's like decently accurate, but it's not accurate to the extent that I was portraying. And he didn't know that was inaccurate. So I was still looking good in the debate, but I didn't post it or post those segments because it was inaccurate. But I still look better. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
sure. You should still. I think you should still post like the entire debates.
Oh yeah, the entire debate's on YouTube. You can watch it right now if you want.
Okay.
Actually, I never uploaded the second one. I never uploaded that. Oh my god, I forgot to do that. It's okay, I'll upload it. You know, actually, it's actually a good time to upload it, especially now that the college semester is getting ready to start. I was like, hey, I forgot to upload this thing a few months ago, but here's the full fucking thing for those of you who want to see it and say that I was like editing him out of context, which I'm obviously fucking not. It's like really embarrassing for him. Hate to see it, but it is what it is.
Do you want me to set up the role things in the Discord? Because like, why
A
are we
role
using
thing?
a bot? Why are we using a
Why
bot?
why
in
would we
Discord
set
as
up the role thing? Well, it's already set up. And it works, no?
Well, no, with, like the stream ping thing as well.
The stream thing? What do you mean the stream thing?
Stream ping.
Oh, the stream ping for those who want it?
Yes.
I mean, I can just I just type in like, "Hey guys, we're streaming the blah 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 blah."
But like that doesn't push notification onto the mobile phone.
What? When I tag, "Hey," at announcement at like all the people who are in the that doesn't push notifications?
At announcements?
Yeah,
Oh,
like
there's an
look at
announcements. Yeah,
yeah, look at
I was saying-
announcements, and then I do at
do you get
announcements,
the
at
announcements
soldier,
role?
at prep assistants. I'm adding all the people who are in the roles. Is that not notifying people?
Yeah, no, I just haven't seen this announcement role before. That's all.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the announcements role is a new thing that I added for people who just want in general announcements. And they can get that by going to the welcome, and then there's the announcement notification thing right there. So I think
I
I've
still
got
think
it
that
in
like
a
more specification is always better, right? More abstract. No, sorry, more specification. Yeah.
yeah. But I just have like an in general on that. Like if you want announcements, then react to this thing and then boom. But oh yeah. To conclude what I was yapping about, I went into the center of the field and I literally just went to aura farm, and then I could literally listen to him cortisol spike on the microphone as he noticed like it was me and I was here for round fucking 2. And then after that debate, unfortunately, after this debate, and then I posted these things, and just so you know, this got millions of fucking views. Okay, most of my clips did incredibly well. What ended up happening is he got a bunch of death threats, and that is not okay. That is unacceptable. I think he actually could have his mind changed because he was having some real cognitive dissonance, and you can see that in the debate here. But yeah, the death threats are not okay. But he retired from debating with Turning Point after this debate. So this is our goal. I'm gonna go and play the rest of this now.
Fullest extent of the law. That would include Trump if he's found to be in there. If he is in there, he's in there. I think a lot of people might be in there, and I am not morally. I think it is reprehensible that those people are being protected. I think all of them should be held to the fullest extent, accountable to the fullest extent of the law.
Now, Jacob, just like we said last time,
I think all
which party was defending those people?
Was the Biden administration defending them when they?
No, answer the question, dude. We literally just had the Epstein Transparency Act.
The Republicans didn't. I don't think they wanted it presented because it was a big political thing. But I already told you.
And why was it a big political thing? Who was telling them not to do it? There's one person. Who was that?
Is there evidence? Like tangible evidence?
Yes. Why did Marjorie Taylor Greene leave the Republican Party?
Because she's a nut job?
No, she gave. What's her explicit reason? Don't play coy.
I don't know. I know she talked a lot about Epstein on Twitter.
It was because Donald Trump himself wanted the Epstein files to stay concealed.
Sure.
Okay, so Trump is protecting pedophiles, right?
In a way, yeah.
And you support Trump.
In a way.
Yeah. And that's where the video ends. But like, what an incredible way to do it. It's literally the Patrick Wallet meme, bro. It's literally the Patrick Wallet meme.
Yeah. It's not my wallet.
Yo, oh my god. Yo, ooh. What we should do?
On that, yeah.
Yes. This is the point of our artists. Oh my god. So I'll be like, hey, yo, artists, can someone like make some memes of this stuff? And then like they could either because he's not speaking with Turning Point anymore, I don't know if his face should be on it or if like Turning Point's face should be on it. Or maybe a combination of both. I don't know. But like Trump is defending pedophile, right? Yeah, I feel like that like that would be a great example of like putting our artists to good use, is if they make memes based on like certain events and things that happen in these debates. But yeah, that's the style of debate that I do, and it has proven to be incredibly effective. Any thoughts, comments, concerns, questions?
No, man, I appreciate you're doing this. It's cool to get into something, and maybe I can help make a difference.
Hell yeah. Alright, I'm gonna get ready and make up some food, and then I'll be back probably around like 6:30 or 7 or something like that.
For sure, brother.
Yep. Alright, later guys.
So.
A bunch of legends, these people. Alright. Let's check this out too. Here. Ugh. All right, if you're watching, the stream will continue in yeah, like an hour and a half or something like that. Ethan hungry. So, all right. I'll see y'all later. Later.